We're not actually done. We're still. Uh-oh, it's the Kind of Funny Gamescast pre-show. I am some guy sitting here named Jared, and I am with Cool Greg, and we just discovered we have a mutual love for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
I had no idea.
Every time I stay over at people's houses, especially Kevin's sister Carol specifically, it's because when I hop on her shit, I think she has Hulu and Amazon Prime, one of those two, but I get to watch me some Buffy and go back.
Yeah, Buffy's on right now on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Yeah, so there we go. I get to do that because I don't have Hulu. Like, you hated me for watching it on my Switch.
I didn't hate.
I don't have Hulu on the TV.
Yeah,
so when I have it, I take full advantage
of it. Right,
I jump down, I get in.
Listen, if you're watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer on your Switch, I approve. That's all I got to say about it. There's a lot of good stuff on there. You got the Seinfeld, you got the Buffy the Vampire Slayer in there. You got Castle Rock. You watch that?
I love that shit. And Kevin knows because I know people are going to say, "Hey, you can have your Hulu, you can have your Switch on the TV if you want."
Yeah.
My HDMI cord got burnt out. I think there's something fucked up with it, and I don't feel like stealing one from Kind of Funny. So I'm just going playing it hard until I grab myself a new one.
Do I still owe you money for dropping your Switch?
No, not at all. Joey and Kevin helped out because we did the switcheroo with everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, we got me some new Joy-Cons that worked.
All right, thanks. Hey, Alex says, what's up, Jared and Cool Greg? Let's see. Did they just leave the Kind of Funny Games Daily background on that whole time, Kebabs asks?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, apparently we do. Okay, so
and then someone in the chat was asking if the LED walls get screen burn-in.
Do they?
No, I don't believe so. These are actually designed to be left on 24 hours a day, every day of the year.
I still like the. Go ahead.
All the time, like literally all the time.
Because they're for like buildings and stuff. Like you put them on the side and you know.
I just like the idea like that Kevin does the Zordon thing and just leaves it on there for a week and then forever there's a ghostly Kevin like burning behind us.
Jared,
so no matter what else,
I would have to be sitting there the entire time. You're crazy.
No, I just like the idea that there was a burn-in. That we could just have a burn-in Kevin
the
face.
screen on. I think it was for the weekend one time, and it had imprinted on one of the screens over there.
Oh
but
yeah,
not
no,
on
these shitty screens suck.
Real scary.
I love that. That's just great. But who are you?
Oh, hi. I'm Mikey. Nice to meet you.
What's up, Mikey?
Yeah.
Welcome. So Mikey's here for the pre-show.
I'm just here.
You want to give us a little bit more?
I go by Keylock on most things with an E at the end. I play lots of games, just like y'all do, but
you're a guest on Gamescast today.
I am a guest on Gamescast today. Yeah. Thanks to that Patreon tier.
Woohoo! Patreon, you say? These folks know something about Patreon. Hey, all y'all, thanks for helping on Patreon. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like that.
Yeah. So this has just been totally freaking cool this whole day.
I'm glad. Did you have a good lunch?
The lunch was awesome. Yeah. Should have been there.
I wish I could have been there. Ignacio, hey, how you doing, man? What's up? Tim got the run of show going on here.
Whoa. Is that for me? The one you gave Cool Greg?
Oh, yes.
Actually, Cool Greg.
It's super official. Like super official. I am blown away by the official stuff that's going on here.
It's very official around
here.
Yeah. Were you on Games Daily today as well?
I was not.
You were not? Okay. So you were. Did you watch the filming today, or did you
I did. It was really cool.
It's kind of fun. Were you on the shock mic chair?
No.
No.
You don't want me on the shock mic. I say you don't want me on the shock mic chair. You're about to do a recording for an hour and a half of this. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying visiting the office. What surprised you about the office that you didn't expect?
It is. Y'all make y'all look like y'all have a lot more space than what y'all do.
It's so funny because when people would come visit the other space, people would be like, "Oh man, this looks so much smaller." And I guess the same thing you're saying now. You're the first person that has been like, "You make it look like there's more." Yeah,
you do. Like legitimately, it looks like there's a lot more. It just, I'm blown away with how well y'all use space. Yeah, like to be honest,
pretty good. If we had, and I said,
your soundboard is stupid ridiculous, and I want it, and it's lovely, and I wish I could it is amazing.
I want to show you what it looks like when it turns off, because when it turns off, you can put all the knobs down, and then you turn it back on.
Now you're wrestling my jimmies a little bit. I need you to calm down.
Hey, Cool Greg, can you bring me my phone, please?
No, I can't do that.
Thank you, man.
Now, Jared, something I didn't ask you about last week.
Yeah.
Whenever we were talking about Assassin's Creed. Have you tried logging in through your phone?
No, it's not going to work on phone yet.
Damn.
They've been clear that this particular demo is only for desktop.
Okay.
They say no tablet, no phone at this stage.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So right now they're just testing the. So I haven't tried that at all yet. Yeah. But it's impossible for me to imagine that's not the next step.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
have you played? That's right. You don't have access still, right?
No, I don't have access.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I have Odyssey. Like, I'm playing it on PS4. Like, have you heard how much I've played?
I haven't heard the total now.
I'm like 80 hours in.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
He's addicted.
Are you playing it at all?
So here's the thing. I know it's a
You asking about Monopoly?
No, we don't talk about Monopoly. We don't talk about Monopoly in my house.
Why are we talking? What about Monopoly? What?
Monopoly is a sin to me, pretty much. Like, my family has ruined Monopoly for me for the rest of all time. I refuse to play it.
Good.
No, it's not, because people steal from the freaking bank.
Oh, it's bank robbery.
We have bank robbery. We have house building. We have people just like, if you don't, basically the rule is if you don't catch it, tough.
No,
what about
that's bullshit right there.
What about the Gary Wood classic Space Rocks?
Space Rocks? I don't think I've played that. No.
It's not a thing. It's not a real thing.
Is it not a real thing?
I think it will be a real thing. I think Gary's going to put a...
We were busy playing Unstable Unicorns last night. And have you ever played that?
No,
oh my
never.
gosh, it is ridiculously fun. It's basically like it's a card game, and you're trying to basically fill a stable full of unicorns, but there's also like crazy stuff happening, like you're killing and sacrificing and destroying unicorns and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you ever get a chance to check it out, it's pretty fun.
Oh, let's see, is this water or vodka? I'm trying to figure out.
I wish it was vodka. That'd probably make this a lot. No, it's okay. We're good with water.
I was about to be either very impressed or horrified. I wasn't sure which.
Why not both?
Yeah, a little of both. Exactly.
That's the way to go.
Oh, look, the stars of the show have arrived.
Oh, look.
Where?
Right here.
Hey,
on my
Greg
left,
Miller.
your
Kinda
right,
funny.
ladies and gentlemen, Greg Miller. On my right, your left, Mr. Tim Gettys.
Hello.
No, I'm gonna go shellac my hair.
Shellac it, dude.
Yeah, slack it down.
It didn't need the shellacking, but
Slack it harder.
oh my god. Wow, that was good.
Dude,
We have to stop throwing those.
He literally pinged me with that all the way back there.
That
like
was
when it was
real good.
What
Hey,
did he
babe.
throw at you?
Coaster.
Like a shuriken? Just like hurled it, like throwing star style?
Yeah, dude.
Audio's real soft. I'm like on the mic.
No, you're nailing it.
Okay,
Yasmin
cool.
says, Tim, ask Kevin to unmute.
Yeah, getting lots of...
Who? What are you guys talking about? Everyone sounds good.
Unmute.
Oh my god.
Audio bork. No audio.
Somebody fucked with the audio levels.
Ooh.
Somebody.
Uh-oh.
No, this has never happened before.
Somebody.
The levels on OBS were down to like nothing.
He once told me the world was gonna roll me.
I saw a great thread recently on Kind of Funny's Facebook group of
how
like,
did that happen?
what's a song that you can put in people's heads with just one word?
That one?
And that's it, you know?
Yeah.
Good.
So good.
Who, somebody, what else?
One word's hard.
Yesterday.
I mean, I could do it with a tune.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
What?
that'll get the Beatles stuck in my head every
Oh,
time.
really? I was thinking Hillary Duff.
Yeah, so yesterday. I'm right there with you, dude. What does that make you feel? That the two of us both thought Hillary
That makes
Duff?
me feel the collapse of civilization
Did
occurring
it?
all
Okay.
around
Don't
me.
hate
So-
on Hillary
Wait,
Duff.
what?
So by the
what
way,
made
that's a
you think
win
of
victory.
Hillary
That's a
Duff?
win victory in Civ 7. If it ever comes out, you have to collapse civilization with Hillary Duff.
With Hillary Duff, yeah.
There was a Facebook, Kind of Funny Facebook group thread of what is a song that with one word of putting it there, everybody knows what the song is.
Okay.
And
What was the word?
answer was somebody.
One word.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna
Exactly.
roll me.
And so
Okay.
we were trying to think of other ones. He said yesterday, and he was talking about the Beatles, but we both immediately thought about
Oh,
Hillary Duff.
so yesterday, so yesterday.
I hate all of
Oh
you
yeah, well,
so
hold on.
much.
So now hold on.
okay,
Now
we're
hold
here
on.
for
I
today.
just
You're
got
fine.
here. Let's
You get rid of me.
clear the mechanism. Yesterday with the Beatles.
Yeah. Yesterday
No.
with the Beatles.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure the song.
You're trying to think of the
it's such
song
a good
yesterday?
song.
Arguably the greatest pop song I've ever written.
Eleanor Rigby,
No,
she's
no,
a woman jaw. We're an overrated band. Hey, we're
Sure,
the
yeah.
Beatles. We're not that great.
Sure,
Greg,
not that great. No,
Greg, you don't fucking
no,
mean that.
definitely not in the
The
least
Beatles
influential.
are the Sam Raimi of bands. You know what I'm saying? Good for their time. Not that great when you look back.
Mike says Creed.
So untrue.
That's a good one, because
What?
if you said Cash, I would know what song you're talking about.
It's been no. What's yesterday?
Yesterday, all my troubles
Seem so far away. Yeah, no, I'm not watching the
what if
fucking
I
Wonder
said
Years. Cookies.
today?
was gonna be the day.
Today is the great.
Damn it, I thought you had it.
Today was gonna be the day that
I was gonna get it back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing a little Oasis.
That's
yeah.
good.
By now, you
The
should
Wanna
be
Beatles, Oasis. I
Or
like.
Some people would say
No, I
better.
love Oasis.
They say better than the
Yeah,
Beatles.
those people are stupid. But Oasis,
dozens of us.
a very good band.
Oh, that's cheap.
If someone said supercalifragilistic,
Yeah, I wonder.
Yes.
Thank you, husbando.
Ignacio Rojas coming with the fucking truth, saying it's Ben.
100 days, night.
Oh damn!
Oh,
baby.
1 week since you looked at me.
It's one of those. Maybe if, if I hadn't
Ben
just
was
been
2
trying
words,
to guess,
though. Or would
if I
you-
hadn't been trying to guess Beatles songs,
But if I told,
maybe I want to be there.
so can you be more than 1 word? It has to be 1 word.
That's the thing is, eventually it got to more than one
Okay.
word because
Like,
one word's really
if I
hard.
said if I could, what would you think?
Turn back time.
No.
Yeah.
All right. I'm showing. If I could fall into the sky, do you think time would pass us
But that's
by?
not the first words though.
That's true. That's true.
It needs to be the song opener.
That's
I'm
true.
still over here being mad about
But the song
Beatles
opener is
being
really like
overrated.
da-na-na-na-na.
No, but see, that's the thing though. If someone said doodly doodly doo, everyone would know.
Exactly.
1,000 miles.
That's funny.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, if
there's
you
a lot
said
of
making
music
my way
there.
downtown,
Make
everybody's
it. Oh,
gonna-
you're right. You're right.
yeah,
Making my way. Making my way would have been good.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, if you say respect, I
Venom.
guess-
Okay. Art respect is
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Right, respect. That'll get in your head, right?
But that's the
Respect.
name of this song.
That's the first word. That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's cheating.
It is. It's kind of like
YMCA.
See the same.
same thing.
Let's see.
Same thing.
I mean, if I, it's the same with something like Chattahoochee.
Yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah, wait,
then
Chattahoochee. It gets hotter
Oh my
than a
God.
hoochie coochie.
That takes me back, Jesus.
Are those the lyrics?
Yeah,
Yes.
we laid rubber on
What's
the
a
Georgia
hoochie coochie?
asphalt.
A
What do you think it is?
Chattahoochee?
I don't know.
Got a little crazy, but
Fun
we never
fact.
got caught.
I was born on the banks of the Chattahoochee.
Where are you really?
Just there in the mud.
Literally, no, right there to hospital, like
just-
30 feet from the shore.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Looking out the window at the Chattahoochee River
Out of a hoochie coochie.
in a town that no longer exists.
I'm losing my religion. Turn around every now and then. Oh,
Can
Lord.
Jared sing the Venom song?
Oh, Lord.
Venom,
No.
Venom, I'm
No,
back
that's
on
not
the
happening.
Venom.
Nailing it, Greg. You're nailing it.
Yes,
That's
it is
it.
still the pre-show.
Oh, wait.
Demetrius Hill.
Smash Mouth tried to make All-Star thing with Digimon and 2 other movies before show. It was in Mystery Men. What was the other one? It was in,
I don't know
in
the other
Shrek.
ones,
It was
but
in
it
Mystery
definitely
Men.
was.
All-Star was in
Digimon the
All-Star was.
movie.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there's only one Digimon movie.
Ignacio,
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
uh,
Where
in
there-
America.
In America, yeah.
Ignacio,
What's
what's the
up?
other? It's Mystery Men, Digimon. What
Sorry,
else?
give me a clap. Excellent, thank you.
Now give me a shake. There it is. Thanks, buddy.
I'm really curious about what that other movie is.
What movie? Oh.
The other
Before
All-Star
Shrek?
movie. Yeah.
Wasn't it Rat Race? With
Was it
You're
Rat
fucking
Race?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
It was at the very end of the movie with like Whoopi Goldberg and
I
everyone
kid
dancing.
you not. The only reason
Why do I remember that?
Smash Mouth was at prom was because I was thinking about Rat Race.
Oh
and it
my
was
God.
The scene where they all fucking crowd surfed.
That's
to
freaking rad.
Rat Race.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
kinda great.
so
Or
cool.
to All Star.
That was such an odd movie.
You like Mystery Men?
See?
I did go to Disney Sea.
Disney Sea.
It was pretty freaking
It's
spectacular.
way different than the other.
So
Disneys.
different. It's
And
like more
and
adult.
It's really awesome.
It's the ports of the world.
Yeah.
So good.
I am
was
very
good. I had a
excited
good
because I
time.
haven't seen you all day. Like you came in like 10 minutes.
We
saw
haven't
each
been
other
able to talk.
before. So
I had a good time.
cannot wait to hear about your
you know
Japan
what?
trip.
I need to talk about that.
Yeah, you add that.
Where are you at in that?
Very beginning.
Okay.
What is
Before Assassin's Creed Odyssey, put down Super Potato.
Super Potato.
You go to Super Potato?
Yes, I did.
Did you have fun?
Oh.
We'll have to save it. I don't know. Did I have fun?
Did you play Double Dragon on the 5th floor?
You'll have to see. You have to wait.
Next time.
One
on
of the
Dragon
most
Balls.
romantic thing that's ever happened to me was beating Double Dragon
The
with
most
Angie
okay.
in to like side by side beating Double Dragon all the way through.
I love that.
in Super
man.
Potato. That was a
Hell
good day.
yeah.
That's romance.
Esteban Flores says,
the
Tim,
Three
did you
Kingdoms?
listen to the Smash
Of the
Ultimate
Three
menu
Kingdoms.
music that leaked yesterday? Yes, I did. I'm fucking all about it. It sounds fantastic.
Dude.
Big fan of that slap bass.
When do you think we're getting the last news of that? But when are they introducing the new mode?
The problem is Pokemon, Kevin.
Yeah, Pokemon's in the way right now.
It always is. Because Pokemon comes out November 16th.
Yeah.
Which I feel like they'd want to focus on that before putting more Smash stuff coming out. But we're also then, after November 16th, really close to
Do you
Smash Ultimate. So,
you think they'll
I don't know.
You think they'll announce a Pokemon character with Pokemon Go or whatever?
Incineroar.
You think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's happening.
I would believe it.
It's kind of fun. Thanks for checking.
Just getting it ready. Just
We're
getting it.
proud
I'm
of
gonna
you.
lose this
I'm
one.
reasonably sure you just looked at me and like said something horrible, but I don't know what it was or why.
Surprising.
What else is new?
Yeah, good
Right.
idea.
Damn.
Do you watch the VODs where he's like, Jared? Oh my god.
He's a fan. He knows.
Yeah.
He sees
Gary,
it.
Gary's the best though. Like at just not listening and spacing out.
Garrett, because he literally did the thing.
I love him.
I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention to a word you were saying.
Miles away.
I was miles away.
Yeah.
Today was another great one of leading into reader mail, where I was like, no, not a space out, but I was like, I know you don't pay attention to what's actually happening in games. And he goes, I'm not a baby. And then he just let it hang. And it was like, we all busted up.
So good.
It was pretty good.
This Yasmin says, Tim, are you pissed to hear about the Fast and Furious lawsuit? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
Can you please, in one chat message, explain?
Just one.
Why doesn't Mr. Yasmin work at Variety or EW? Because all he does is come here during the Gamescast.
Maybe he does.
You got 200 characters, make them count.
In terms of Smash Bros. Ultimate announcements, because someone says it's confirmed character reveal at Kind of Funny Showcase, that's someone, Brendan Moss. That's not going to happen.
Or will it?
My bet is
December 8th.
My bet is
y'all are crazy. By the way.
DLC, like the announcement of the DLC will be a thing for Smash is going to happen at Game Awards.
Okay.
I believe it.
Put it on the books.
I believe it.
Go to the books.
I'm not sure what books, but
I wonder what.
The big books, man.
You think a lot of just DLC announcements will just happen at the Game Awards though, because it just seems like it's a really easy fit to just shoe in DLC.
I don't think it's going to be a lot.
No,
I think it'll be Smash.
You think we'll get like? Do you think? No, Red Dead's too close.
Do you think they want to show DLC Smash characters before Smash launches?
I think it's important too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the night before. Some people actually already be downloading it by the time.
I would be really careful with that though, because they announced Tira. Oh, we'll get into that. I'm going to save that.
Yeah, okay.
We'll save it.
Save it for the show. You're burning podcast.
Don't ask.
I'm not going to.
Because we all remember a podcast is a finite resource.
It is.
Damn right, Jared Petty.
Right.
NBOAD says Metroid Prime at Game Awards. Hell yeah. It's happening.
Yeah.
Fucking believe it, ladies and
There
gentlemen.
better be Bayonetta 3 there too.
I'm expecting Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4, and Smash DLC.
It sounds solid.
Nintendo's always come correct at
They come original.
Game Awards. I was going to say something a lot nastier, and I stopped.
I was at Gamescast 500, and young Fran Mirabella was there.
You mean independent contractor Fran Mirabella?
Jeez, what show was I on? I don't know. But yeah, independent contractor Fran Mirabella was there. And he was talking about Prime as the favorite game of his career. Like
really?
The entire time
he's got bad taste about Mario Kart.
About Prime being his all-time favorite game from that period. And I thought,
really?
I gotta say props to Fran Mirabella. That's a fine video game.
I mean, Prime is good.
Fran's career sucked. We can all say it.
Yep.
But Prime, amazing game. Of course it was. Like, I would say that's a fair assessment because like he wasn't really reviewing Nintendo games until GameCube era.
Yeah.
So if you're skipping out on Ocarina of Time and all that, yeah, Metroid Prime.
Do you feel like Prime's a kind of lost
Although,
classic
did
for a lot
Fran
of
review
people?
Prime 1?
What's that?
I don't think Fran reviewed Prime 1.
I don't know if he reviewed it or
Well, he's talking
not.
about in his career,
He was just
though.
talking about games that came out during his career lifetime. Like ones that he...
So I talk about
17
Luminous.
years.
Wait, is he talking about his whole time frame, or is he talking about
Vita.
just that
He's talking
GameCube
about
era?
17 years.
Really?
That's his favorite.
He thinks Prime is his favorite out of the 17 years?
Prime's fucking
was
great.
I mean,
pretty
Prime is
mind-blowing.
really good, especially for the time.
Prime stands up.
Prime does. I mean, not Prime 2.
Yeah, Prime 2.
No. Prime 2, Prime 3
Prime
are
2
different
is a
things.
great game that just compared to Prime 1 is whatever.
That's true. You're right.
And then Prime 3, same thing.
I'm just saying there were a lot of good games released around that time that Prime did, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if somebody wants to say that Prime is the best GameCube game, you're sitting there across from...
GameCube? Well, you're sitting across from Wind Waker.
Yeah, you're sitting across from Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Everyone, okay, and we don't talk about Twilight Princess.
We do talk about Twilight Princess. We talk about Twilight Princess in reverent
We do more than
It's not the
Skyward
first
Sword.
5 hours. That's true too.
No, we don't talk about Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's kind of like in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, we skip over, we talk about
Kingdom
Roxas,
Hearts 2
but, like,
and Twilight Princess. Why did both of them have the
really-
worst first 5 hours of all fucking time?
I don't.
You can just cut them out and just go.
Oh yeah, because the next 70 hours, Twilight Princess are perfect.
They're great.
They're great. They are
the
good.
Oh, I
incredible
thought you were being
part.
sarcastic.
No,
I fucking love it.
No, Twilight Princess until Breath of the Wild came out, I would say would be the Zelda that I would rate the highest.
Really? Over Wind Waker?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
See,
love
Wind Waker has its bad 5 hours towards the end.
It does.
Okay,
Wind
that's
Waker
fair.
is a great
That
game.
is fair.
I still enjoy Twilight Princess.
For me, with Twilight Princess, I feel like, and I don't have the lineage many of you do. For me personally, it's the most forgettable Zelda I've ever played.
Wind Waker?
Where I'm like, I turn
Twilight
into a wolf.
Princess.
The
Wolf-
Princess?
Yeah,
It
sorry,
has the
sorry.
best boss fights, and boss fights
does,
are a
but the
huge percentage of what Zelda is.
I remember
Best
Fringe
dungeons, best
Fingers.
boss fights.
The wolf mechanic though was kind of. I mean,
Whatever.
but I love the your assistant Midna.
Midna's the
10
hardest
out
man.
of 10. Love Midna. Want more Midna.
And the wolf mechanic's
Always
all about
Midna.
Midna. Like that's when you have Midna.
And that's the sad part. I was like, the only time I get to play with Midna is when I have to deal with this wolf. Can't just Midna be her
bullshit.
own thing?
I like
the bugs was
I
fun.
like the wolf. I thought the wolf was fun.
I mean, my problem was Okami was around that same time, wasn't it?
Yeah, roughly.
So yeah, after Wakami, and then you get Wolf Link. I'm kind of like.
Nah.
So speak as
you know what Okami didn't have.
There you go.
Sometimes it works out.
By the way, Orioto is nailing it.
The homie, man. Patreon.com/Orioto.
So
he
good.
Has a new piece of artwork every week.
So
He's never
good.
missed one.
So good.
For years.
Crazy.
And they're always this good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Crazy, man. Ignacio Rojas says people exaggerate the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2. It isn't bad and it isn't long.
It's 3 hours.
Those are both false statements.
Fucking
It
lies.
is bad and it
Ignacio
is
Rojas
long.
lies.
I literally am like, I am pretty high up there on the Kingdom Hearts fandom, and yes,
I like that.
You
I
like
that
you like
texture.
that little?
I like that switch over the texture.
Oh, okay, thanks.
that is good.
Yeah, no, I can agree. Like, you need you need time with Roxas. You don't need 3 hours with Roxas.
exactly.
You need like an hour with Roxas to feel what you need to. You didn't need that whole long day sequence. You could have killed one of those days.
One of my best friends, James Burke, has a lot of issues. But he is in love with the Kingdom Hearts franchise.
Yeah, I am too.
And he has platinumed
Nope.
Kingdom Hearts 1 4 times.
Nope.
4 fucking times.
Nope.
All right?
Gummy ships can go to nope.
He has played every single one of the Kingdom Hearts games to 100% completion.
Nope.
Except he has never beat Kingdom Hearts 2. He's never even got past the beginning.
He hasn't beaten Kingdom Hearts 2?
Every single time.
But he got through coded? You got through coded?
He got through it all. 100%.
How do you 100% coded?
I don't
Please
know.
explain how you 100% coded and not. And I don't mean the trailer. I mean the DS game.
Oh no.
Where
he's played the GBA games, the
358
DS
divided by
games.
2 days?
100%.
You 100% of that.
Every single time. He's like,
I'm sorry, Jared.
He's like, I'm finally going to beat Kingdom Hearts 2.
Like, if you need to know.
What are you sorry about? Why are you apologizing?
I don't know. But
I'm just making fun of Kingdom Hearts fans.
I'm just like,
it's fun.
Literally, my wedding ring is a Palpu fruit.
No,
so
Kingdom Hearts is awesome. I think the Kingdom Hearts 2 probably suffers from the same problem Twilight Princess does, where you have a bad. I went back and played Twilight Princess again on Wii U. And turns out it's not the first 5 hours; it's the first 3. They just feel like the first 5, or 10. Because they're so bad, and I think that maybe Kingdom Hearts 2 suffers from that same difficulty. When time seems to slow down from badness, that's a terrible situation in a video game.
It is, and I will agree 100%. I'll 100% agree. Twilight Princess, once it gets going, it goes and it doesn't let the foot off the pedal, and that's great.
The dual hook shots? Are you kidding me?
That is like one of the best items in the Zelda universe, hands down.
Or the freaking snowboarding, like on the blade thing. That's freaking rad.
Okay, I like the top. I like the top. I have this like literally weird obsession with the top spinner. It's so like it's a cute idea, and the boss battle with it, where you're like spinning on the.
It felt so high octane, and that's what I love about Twilight Princess. Is the bosses felt next level. They felt like next gen at the time, which was GameCube.
Yeah,
because we all obviously loved Ocarina of Time, but I feel like Twilight Princess was with that top spin battle and with the boss fight with the dual hook shots where you're fighting the dragons on the towers. Oh my god,
best boss fights and best dungeons. I really I think the best dungeons too. But Kingdom Hearts 2, I think maybe suffering from the same difficulty here. Maybe it does kick into gear, but when 3 hours feels like 5 or 6, that's a bad place to be.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best Kingdom Hearts game. It just, besides that, the opening. Yeah. It does feel like 5.
Papa Roach, better band than the Beatles.
Shut
Papa
up.
Roach.
What?
You're fucking dumb.
Yeah, that's just a...
Cut my life into pieces.
I'm with Kevin on this one, 110%.
Beatles never figured out guitars and accents.
I will say Papa Roach has a pretty good live show.
Yeah,
I went to Edgefest one year and they were there. They know how to work.
They just straight up call it Edgefest.
They did.
It's a little on the nose.
Well, because the radio station was 102.1 The Edge, so the Edgefest.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a little too. It was Papa Roach, AFI, My Chemical Romance, The Killers.
So what year was this? 2009?
2007, 2008.
Shit, okay, early. Wow.
Yeah, something like that.
Man.
It was the Black Parade time around that time frame, I think.
Black Parade.
The My Chemical Romance, the Black Parade. No, all right. My alt rock.
It's a lesser known Beatles album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My bad.
Beatles album. Yeah.
All right. We ready?
Yeah.
Beatles are overrated.
They're
How
not.
long have we been going with
they
this
are.
pre-show?
They are.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about that.
You don't have all your music.
What were you gonna say?
Music if it weren't for the Beatles.
Why are you? He loves Psychonauts.
Can we give him this?
No.
100%.
This is yours.
Awesome.
I'm gonna throw it at
Y'all
you.
are so kind. Oh
No,
my
Tim Shaver gave this to
God.
us a long time ago, and it just sits on the shelf.
y'all are-
Would you also like a 5-pound gummy bear that's been sitting?
Don't tempt him.
Would you like a bunch of paper towels stuffed into a Vault Boy?
I didn't put there.
I did.
Nick's not here. You should just give
Y'all
him
are
his
so
Robotech
nice.
DVDs while you're at it.
Y'all are too nice.
Nothing else to give you.
No, we're just really trying to get rid of all this trash.
Because y'all keep getting more. Just more and more and more.
Kevin, I will say the shot is looking quite dark.
I
It's
believe
okay.
it's that TV.
It's okay.
No?
I need
It
it
is
to be.
that TV.
I need to hide my paleness.
Let me confirm.
Wow, we do look like we're at a bad vampire convention.
Should I lose the like?
You want the sweater on for the show?
I mean, I'll take it off if it gets too
I
hot.
just don't want you to get hot.
We're just doing kabuki over here.
We got the fan.
We're good. If it gets too hot, I'll just. We're good.
Just take it off, dude.
We're kind of lurking.
You mean what I've always done, like for Kind of Funny, is just lurk all the time?
Are you a lurker?
I'm actually not really active in the forums or anything like that. I've just like watched for like whatever.
Hey,
So
I got a lot of respect for lurkers.
like I appreciate lurkers, and I am one of them. I need to get more active though in the community, to be honest. Like just period.
I'm the
Other
king
than
of
being
lurking.
here.
Yeah, I lurk in a million communities.
Other than being here, like
every
actually,
subreddit I lurk in.
like meeting like the best friends and stuff like that. Because I haven't gone to any meetups or anything. So
Jared,
Yeah.
have you talked about Mega Man 11 on this show?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
so good.
But like since you've beat it?
I still haven't beat it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Jared's busy, man.
Wow. Did
Yeah.
you review it?
Huh?
I thought you
No.
reviewed
No,
it.
I didn't review it. No, I talked about it on here a little bit.
Hey,
No, Sam Claiborne reviewed it.
What'd you review recently?
What I reviewed?
Dragon
Luigi's
Quest.
Mansion.
Thank you.
Oh.
Luigi's Mansion, that's it.
Thank you for coming
yes.
in, please. Fuck
Yeah, I
man.
reviewed
Fuck that.
Luigi's
That's the
Mansion.
We
least
talked
do.
about that on the
We
show.
talked about that last week.
Damn it, okay.
I mean,
I mean, you want to bring
I
up
fucking
Luigi's
love
Mansion?
Luigi's
We can talk about it.
They'll
up to you.
they hear it.
It's up to you.
Gotta love Luigi's Mansion, man. I don't
Yeah,
know about
Luigi-
this Gooigi business, though.
oh my god.
Luigi.
I think Luigi's a good pun. I'm good with that.
You're good?
I was also really proud of my subhead on that one.
Luigi,
So I
aka
almost went
Slimer.
with the fear of Luigi,
Uh-huh.
but in the end it was Honorable Mansion, and I was
Oh.
proud
Oh,
of that.
honorable mention.
I was kinda proud of that
Wow.
That's real
good.
good.
That's a.
I'm
you
not good
ready,
at
Kev?
puns. I'm not good at puns. I won't.
Let's do it. Let's get it. It's time to. Fucking get it, Venom.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the first ever episode 192
Eminem, better band than the Beatles.
Oh my god.
Just go away.
So
of
much.
the Kind of Funny Gamescast. I'm Tim Gettys, joined by one of the coolest dudes in video games, Greg Miller.
Not
Brap,
anymore.
brap, everybody.
With the Giant Bomb shirt, there's just a lot going on.
Yeah, we never talk about the Giant Bomb shirt that often. I don't feel like I wear it, and of course, Kind of Funny best friends. You understand? I just like Giant Bomb. Big fan of the boys. You know what I mean?
Suck,
They're
I
cool
hate it.
dudes.
When I went to Judges Week,
Yeah?
pre E3 Judges Week, and I went to all the different press events, there was one day where I wore the Giant Bomb shirt. And if you want to see video game PR brains break, it's Greg Miller walking up and be like, "Oh, hey," and then be like, "Do you work at Giant Bomb?" And I'm like, "No, I just like Giant Bomb." That's what we do in the YouTube space where I come from now. Influencers, we're
collaboration
supportive
is
of each
key.
other. Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Gotta
I
love
was
it.
with Jeff Gerstmann all day. Didn't even reference that I was wearing a Giant Bomb shirt.
Love it.
He's a good guy.
That's even cooler. Jared Petty
Hi.
is also joining us. My first time with you since my trip to Japan. We will talk about that in a second.
Doki doki.
There you go. It's finally appropriate. And joining us for the first time, Patreon supporter, Mikey.
Hi.
Yay! Do you have a
Dude, don't
Twitter?
it-
Do you have
Yeah,
something? What's your Twitter?
What's up?
Okay.
Kevin put it here, kind of probably.
Say it out loud.
My Twitter is at Keylock MVP. The Keylock has an E at the end of it. So
Oh, okay.
because someone out there has
Keylock. Normal.
yeah, obviously it has what it
But
is.
you got Lock, like Lock and Key, the comic book. That's cool.
Yeah, and then MVP, which are my initials, so it works out.
Your fucking initials are MVP.
when you get married, you get this like nice little thing where you get to change your name. And
Dude.
so I took
you
his-
lucked out there.
That's a good-
we
that's a
met
good
someone
upsell.
today whose last name is Fail.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, that was a bad one. But yeah, they can also catch me on Twitch sometimes at twitch.tv/Keylock. Same way, KEYLOCKE.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This is like super awesome.
There needs to be more I think, pomp and
explanation, 'cause
circumstance.
This is a great story.
Because if you didn't know, of course, you can go to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. You can give us your hard-earned cash. Get to come on this show, have fun, talk to Jared. Mainly just talk to Jared. I won't acknowledge your presence for a long time.
Yeah, but I'll talk to you
Accurate.
every
No,
now
I'm
and then.
kidding. He's great.
Mikey and I are friends now.
Oh,
But
yay.
Mikey, you got brought out here for your 30th birthday.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry, I'm saying your age on the show. 30th birthday.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't until this morning that your husband revealed you were coming on the show.
I had no idea I was going to be on the show until this morning, and then I had my nervous breakdown and walking back and forth throughout the room like, holy crap, what did you do?
So 3 years ago, you two came. You're from Dallas, Texas.
We're from Dallas, Texas.
You came here to San Francisco.
Hence the y'all.
And you proposed.
Yes,
to
I
him.
did. I proposed to him. It was his 30th It was his early 30th birthday present to take him to San Francisco, and I took him here, and we had a whole bunch of friends, and I had the ring plan and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I proposed to him out at the Golden Gate Park in the Japanese tea gardens.
Oh, very nice.
place.
Yeah,
Very nice.
cool place. And then we got married like a year and a half later, and he surprised me today on my early 30th birthday, basically with this, and I love you. Like, you're just the best.
That is amazing. I love love. I love everything about this. This is fantastic.
So, yeah.
So I give you so much credit for that because when we were talking about it at lunch, right? You're like, how many people have actually paid to come on? We're like, oh man, dozens of people. But then it was the thing of like, well, yeah, they usually come to be on GOG.
Yeah.
And it's because GOG's an easier show to slide into. Hey, here's where I'm going to talk about farts, or I'm going to talk about angels, whatever the hell you want to talk
My
about.
topic
Right?
next week, Greg.
Farts. No, angels farting. That is the next topic.
I love it.
But yeah, Gamescast, you come in, usually I've been planning for this a long time. Here's what I've been playing. I'm all set for. I'm ready. I've been psyching myself up to do it. You just got this all dropped on you this morning.
Yeah, but luckily I
You're a
love
gamer.
I
Yeah.
love games.
You're ready. You're like, oh, okay, cool.
I play
I got
games.
this.
I love talking about games. To me, this is like me just sitting at home yelling at y'all anyway.
Sure.
Awesome.
What do you yell about? I'm curious. Like,
You're going to do the
We don't
rigmarole,
talk
right?
about it.
Yes.
I forgot my
I'll tell you
Sharpie
after
for
the
Mobile
show.
Gamer Bullshit. I'll be back.
Go for it, man.
Ooh, mobile
Ladies
game.
and gentlemen, this is the Kind of Funny Gamescast each and every week right here on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. We get together, talk about video games, all the things that we love about them. You can get the show early by going to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames for just $1. You can be watching live with us. For many more dollars, you can join us at this table. But for just a couple more dollars, you can get the VOD early, which means video on demand, which means you can watch it whenever you want, or the audio early. We like to give options here.
We do.
Kind of fun.
We do like to
You
give
know,
those options.
It's a great time.
If
for
you get the
everybody.
audio and you get the video early, you get the pre and post show.
You also
wanna
get the
talk
pre and post show.
Okay.
We did a nice 24 and something minutes
Highly
of this pre-show. It was a good one.
Yeah, I
we had a
highly
lot of
recommend
good
it.
Twilight Princess conversation.
Anytime I can get Jared Petty to shake his head in disgust at me, I know I've done it.
And Greg definitely did that
Yeah.
multiple times. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
a great mobile gamer bullshit coming for you later today,
Oh,
but that's
Lord.
at the end of this episode.
How great is it, you might ask? So great, I'm using Benjamin Franklin-sized paper. I'm gonna draft my memoir. Thomas Jefferson
Oh
coming
my
here.
God.
Should we abolish slavery? No,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, not. Oh.
I was Ben Franklin and talking to Thomas Jefferson.
It's
That was the
okay,
reference.
Jared.
That was the
Okay.
reference. Because they all men are created equal, except, you know what I mean? That was rude.
That
was
kind of horrible.
Too far.
So it's 7
Jesus, take the wheel.
questions today, and there's
Seven?
seven, and there's no overlap.
Okay.
Ooh.
I love when
Wow.
you tease at the front.
Zam.
Oh man.
People made sense. I
I
wasn't
feel
saying
lost.
we should
Actually, I
have
wasn't
slavery,
teasing.
right?
I just knew you were going to
You're
make
with
a
me
joke.
on this?
We need to make it clear. Greg Miller, what's your stance on slavery?
Slavery's bad, all right?
Okay.
I was very much, I understand, this was a dress rehearsal. I hadn't been provided my powdered wig yet. You know what I mean? That's what, clearly I was in the moment with my paper, like the founding fathers
Benjamin
did,
Franklin paper,
who were
yes.
very contradictory when it came to all men are created equal. I'll stay.
Yeah. Okay.
Jared, did it make
Segue.
sense to you? Jared, do you ever worry about your career when you come on here?
Yes, every single time.
I went to Japan.
No way.
I went to Japan for
my
the
gosh.
first time ever.
So jelly.
It was fantastic. Had an
jealous.
amazing time.
So jealous.
One of the highlights of my visit there was doing a fun meet and greet with a whole bunch of best friends out there. Thank you very much for showing up to that. I was a little worried it was just going to be me and Gia hanging out, which would have been fine, but you know what I mean.
You've seen enough of her.
I've seen enough.
You got quite a group.
But yeah, quite a group, quite a great group. We ended up going to Super Potato.
Oh, okay.
Not as a group. That would have been a little too much. That was the original plan. I was like, we're gonna do meet and greet. It's gonna be a couple people. We're gonna go to Super Potato. There was way too many people. And Japan really focused on verticality.
Yep.
And not much room to move around.
Well, I mean, when you're in an island, yeah, there's nowhere else to go but up.
Then they go up.
They go up.
They go real
Because
high.
Japanese mountains just kind of go like this. Like it's just like I'm on flatland. No, I'm not. And so you got to build like that. But I'd love to know your impressions of Super Potato.
So Super Potato is essentially, correct me if I'm wrong on this, it is the GameStop of retro video game stores in Japan. It's not the one that everyone's like, oh, this is the place to go to. It's definitely the one that's the most mainstream, cool, like everybody knows it.
See, I was before you.
All the locals are like, don't go to
Really?
Super Potato.
Really?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That so not even then. Not GameStop, because GameStop makes it sound like there's a million of them. Unless I'm wrong, and there is a million of them. I would think GameStop, in the way of popularity, it's the tourist place. It's the mainstream.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I was like, I don't really, because a lot of people are like,
I love Super Potato.
They're like, don't go to Super Potato. It's way too mainstream, and like their prices are too high, and they don't have that much like rare shit. But I'm like, I'm not going for the rare shit. I'm going for some very specific things, because I had to tell myself, if I'm going here, I can't overdo it. If I'm buying retro games, I need to have a plan, have a goal, go for those, and don't get anything else.
That's what Super Potato thrives on. You are their ideal customer.
And
They're the Statue of Liberty of
Probably
game
better-
stores.
That's better. That's not as insulting. That's not as insulting.
You've just
Yeah.
got to go there. It's an amazing store. It's a really neat place. It's the one everybody knows about. It is a chain. There are multiples.
But like not
but
GameStop.
no,
levels of
no.
chain.
There's only a few of them, and it's the one everybody's heard of, and they've built around that.
No, really.
And it's a very cool place. But yeah, you get better prices other places. You can find stuff other places, but it's the place to go nonetheless.
That's awesome.
So it's like 5 floors, and as you go up, it starts off with like NES, and you keep going up, and it like moves all the way to PlayStation 2, which I was a little hurt by, because I'm just like, fuck, that's retro now. That's an issue.
I'm
We're
old.
old people.
Can we not discuss? Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
it was hard. But going in, I told Greg this. I'm like, I'm buying a couple games. I'm limiting to that. I want Smash Brothers on N64 because it has amazing box art in Japan. I want Yoshi's Island on Super Nintendo because it's the first game I ever beat.
Yep.
And I want Pokemon Green because it was only available in Japan. And I'm like, that's a cool thing. You know, I want that.
Yeah.
Found all 3, got all 3.
Awesome.
Very excited about it. It was super cool just being in the place and trying to find everything, because it's, even if it's alphabetized, because it's all Japanese and weird, things are all over the place. So it was kind of like a scavenger hunt to find everything. So I had a great time doing all that. They had like random TVs just playing like Japanese Crash Bandicoot commercials on loop. I felt very at home.
I have
all
a
of
few
this.
questions about this
Go
for you,
for it.
if you don't mind me asking. Okay, first off, is the N64 in the back still playing Banjo-Kazooie?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So I first stumbled onto this. I think it may have been the Retronauts podcast. They talked about this. But before I ever went to Super Potato, they were talking about how that Banjo-Kazooie copy is always turned on in the back. Every time I've gone to Super Potato, it's been on. And every time I've talked to somebody since, it's been on.
That
It
was
appears
on,
that
yes.
that same Banjo-Kazooie cartridge is still running on that same N64.
that was there. There was a Metal Gear Solid on
Hell yeah.
somewhere. There was Smash Brothers Melee on a CRT, which I haven't seen in decades. At this point.
yeah.
It had a very like, it hit me harder than I expected it to. Where I was like, oh my god, like that's how I grew up playing that game. Like this is really weird. But yeah, it was super cool seeing everything. And then I looked over and I saw Prince of Persia: Sands of Time on PS2, and it was the Japanese version.
So good.
And the box art was beautiful.
Is it?
And it's like an anime-esque version of Prince and Farah. And I'm like, this is
man.
the coolest thing ever. I'm like, I looked at Gia. I'm like, I know I said I was only getting 3.
You gotta
I was
get-
like, but PS2 doesn't count as retro. I refuse to believe it. So I'm getting this.
Did she care? Did you need to justify this to her?
She was kind of like, well, her whole thing, she's like, where's this going in the house? And I'm like, it's going to go in a drawer. Don't worry. Like, this is more for me than it is for anything else. Like, it's fine. She's
You
like,
just pull it out like
she's like,
Golem
I don't
in the
give a
One
fuck.
Ring.
Then get whatever you need. Then I looked over and I saw Final Fantasy X-2 Final Mission International Mix or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
And that is one of the first games that I remember growing up reading like GameFAQs forums on and being like, damn it. Like the Japanese version has all this extra shit that we didn't get. I'm so jealous. I want it so bad. And so kind of like being able to look at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is the game that I like would spend hours just like reading about, trying to get any information on. So I had to get that. It was also like $3. So that helped. And then I also bought Final Fantasy X because why not? You know what I mean?
If you're gonna buy 10 too,
I
buy
did
10.
all of- is
I
it-
mean, if you're gonna buy 10 too, buy 10.
Did we get home and they all just went straight into a drawer? They're
Right,
not like on your desk or
right now,
anything?
they're still on my. Tonight's my cleaning night. I need to clean. or else I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. So
I love the idea that Jay just comes home and like you're sitting there like Golem, just pulling it out of the drawer, like my precious.
dude, I mean, no, they're beautiful. Every morning I woke up because they're still on my desk. I look at them all, and I'm just like, these are so.
It's weird,
cool,
right? Is it
dude.
not weird that we do that to ourselves? Of like over there, I have my box WF No Mercy N64 cartridge, right? And I have a whole bunch of other like the Spider-Man Japanese Genesis I bought in Japan at Super Patato years ago, and random other games over there. But things that like matter so much to us, that are such a piece of nostalgia in our history, that we buy them and then you get them and you're like, what do I do with these?
No, they're like stained glass windows. They remind us of profound truths.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean,
Totally.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I have my copies of like Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus. I'm sorry, I'm doing that thing where I'm
fine. I'm bringing it down a little bit lower. It's covering too much of your beautiful face.
Oh, you're too kind. But yeah, no, I do the same thing with like all my old PS2 games that I've kept, like, and it's just nice to see them all. Even my PS3 games now.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird to it's weird to think like PS3 now we have to like look back on and be like, oh, Lord.
Remember that?
Yeah.
For me, it's so weird. I forget sometimes that I have PlayStation 4 games in cases. Where Lucy moved in, so I like was clearing stuff out of the room and I opened a drawer and it was all these PS3, PS4 games. Like, all right, like that was a thing.
That
Adorable.
was a thing.
Having physical media, and then I hit a watch and I went, boo, and I just beamed away.
Well, Mike,
That's
here's
the
the thing
future.
for you. So once I hit this like, oh, PS2's not retro, fuck you thing.
Whoa!
Then I start going through and I'm like, what are the other games I need to get?
Oh no.
Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I need it. I
Yeah.
have to.
You have to.
Sold out.
Yeah, of course.
Every version of
Yeah.
it.
They're all
sold
getting ready
out.
for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Even
was
though
just
there's
like,
like 50, even
Yeah,
though we've
the
released
final
it like
remix.
50 at a time, like we're on the third release of like all three of them bundled together.
The PS2 games were all sold out. And
yeah.
even final mixes and all that stuff.
Oh, really? All of them?
But
Okay.
here's my thing. Not Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts, American box art, it's better.
Yeah.
That's a rare thing in video games. But like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are amazing box arts
Yep.
here.
Yeah, they are better than their Final Mix counterparts, I will say.
Yeah.
The box art's on them.
And Kingdom Hearts 3 box art. I'm here for it, man.
Super Potato.
Is it your lock screen?
Of course it's my lock screen.
Super
Of course it's my lock screen.
And Japanese retro stores in general have faced a problem with this in that with more tourists coming through and having heard of the place, the Statue of Liberty syndrome is they get bought out a lot.
Sure.
And they're very good about restocking, but the problem is that eBay sellers have begun hoarding a lot of the more popular games, things like Kingdom Hearts, etc., that they know they can sell against an audience for a markup. And it's harder and harder for the retro stores to get their hands on the stuff they know their customers are going to want. It's actually been a real problem in Japan for these establishments.
I have been looking for a Japanese copy of the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2 for so long. Like, it is like really hard to find for me right now. And it's because of that reason, pretty much.
Yeah, when I lived there, most of what I had to do was just go to small towns and dig through like bookstores.
It's pretty much.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
What can you do?
It's not easy to do when you're there.
Are there any Japanese games that you want to get your hands on?
No, but it's the same thing. I didn't want Spider-Man on Genesis until I was there. And I was like, wow, this is such a big deal for me. I need to pick it up. And I forget why I didn't pick up Metal Gear there. I just maybe the cover.
Metal Gear, my thing was I was going to get it because
Yeah.
it was another one of those ones I'm like, all right, well, I'm here and I'm looking at 10 different copies of
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
my problem was I didn't know which one was the right one to get.
Yeah.
Because
So, like-
one of them had really cool box art, but I'm like, this feels like the greatest hits version. And I'll be fucking damned if I buy the greatest hits version.
So like, what if you found the Patapon Japanese version? What would you do?
If it was awesome, sure. But it's the same thing as if it was awesome.
Yeah.
But then again, even then, I would have that moment of trying to talk myself out of it.
Yeah.
Because it is, I think about it, like, all the cool shit I've bought and gotten, I'm so stoked about, and then it ends up on a shelf that I never see or think about in that way. You
Well,
know what I
that's the other bit I want to ask you about, and Tim, and really you too, Mikey. When I collected, and I don't really anymore, but when I did, it was mostly to play. I didn't collect a lot of boxes. I collected stuff that I could get to work on hardware I had, and then I would play it. Are there any games that were Japan exclusive or near Japan exclusive that you've been interested in buying just to play? I mean, are you going to break the little tabs off the bottom of Yoshi's Island so you can play it on your SNES?
Probably not.
There's some fighting games that are released in Japan that I would actually like to play the Japanese version of that didn't maybe come to the States or didn't get updates that the States didn't
You
get.
think of like Melty Blood type stuff?
Yeah, like Melty Blood or, the Soul Calibur 3. There was a Soul Calibur 3 came to the PS2, but they fixed some stuff with a rendition of it. So yeah.
Cool. Anything for you, Greg?
I'm looking back. There's one. The only game I've ever really imported was, and it wasn't a Fire Pro, but it was an N64 Japanese wrestling game, where I had to get the adapter
Right.
for the N64 to put the card on the thing because and this is an old story for me of I had my whole EGM collection, and I had remembered reading a piece about how to modify your N64 to run Japanese games. And went through every EGM forward and then every EGM back trying to find it and couldn't, and finally had to email them, and they were like, turns out it's this issue, which was the issue before my collection started. So to figure out, like, I would I think Virtual Pro Wrestling, I can tell by the box art that's the one I went and got, right? And it was like, I remember getting that and thinking it was maybe it wasn't actually. No, I'm looking at that. That's not it. It was the coolest thing. Damn, hold on a second.
Are you gonna play Pokemon Green? Or are you gonna? I mean, did you buy a sealed copy? Like, did you buy a box copy?
It's box, not sealed.
CIB. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll work in your Game Boy. They're not region locked.
Yeah, you could.
You
could do it.
The infamous Tim Gettys story is I accidentally bought an imported copy of Pokemon Gold, and I beat that in 3rd grade when I could hardly read English and fucking beat Japanese. I don't know.
Maybe you got to do that.
Maybe
man.
I'm a genius.
Maybe you are.
It looks like it was New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
Tokung Road's Brave Spirits was the one I imported with and then printed off from the high school library printer, this like giant book of translations on how to play, because I remember looking at people being like, this is the best wrestling game ever made. You know, you can green mist with this one game as a reversal out of moves, and I was like, I fucking need this.
I need this.
And so like importing, like, you know, that was the time of like, it was like one of my first major internet purchases where I was like, you know, like watching it and waiting for the cards and everything else to figure out where they were, and then finally getting them, and then this weird learning curve of sitting there like plowing, not being able to read anything, not knowing what buttons did what.
Yeah.
That was cool.
God, that's so awesome.
But again, it'd be like, oh, that's a cool thing to have on my shelf and think about once.
The other one that I just saw from the Peanut Gallery, Mother 3.
Oh yeah.
Just so we could actually like play it for once.
Yeah. Did you import it? Have you done that?
I have never played Mother 3. It's on my like shame list of things I haven't done as a gamer.
Oh, that's not shame at all.
I feel like it is.
It's a game to get your hands on.
It's true, but you know.
I've heard that there are tremendous English translation patches out there. Just heard a rumor.
You heard about that somewhere?
Rumors?
I heard about that somewhere.
Like all the other rumors around?
Yeah. Did you go to the arcade upstairs at all?
I did.
Did you play
Super
anything?
fun. Yeah, played a little bit of Mario Kart Arcade just because that's such a good time.
Yeah.
Always. But yeah, I looked for a couple games. Kingdom Hearts wasn't there. I looked for Amplitude, and maybe that game didn't even come out in Japan. I don't know. It wasn't there.
Oh, that's sad.
And I looked for. There was a Transformers Generation 1 game that was only released in Japan on PS2.
Really?
And I remember wanting it so bad that was the reason I modded my PS2 and bought a bootleg copy in Chinatown.
Yeah, you did.
It was that and Metal Slug 3, because that was also not released on PlayStation 2.
And Cool Greg's yellow Spider-Man shirt.
And then, have you heard about that?
No.
Cool Greg, growing up, had this fucking shirt that he bought at Pier 39. That was a total like Chinese knockoff Spider-Man shirt.
Okay.
It was a Hawaiian shirt that was like bright blue with a neon yellow Spider-Man.
Okay. Multiple or just one?
One giant one.
Okay.
I mean, he wore
when
it,
you
like,
buttoned it up, it had Spider-Man's face on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And he would wear that thing like multiple times a week. And recently we saw somebody that had like, it wasn't the same shirt, but it was very similar with a neon yellow Spider-Man.
That's awesome.
Cool Greg and I were talking about this a few weeks ago, and he's like, Tim always made fun of me for yellow Spider-Man, but I think yellow Spider-Man's the best.
Maybe he'll get a DLC suit one day.
Yeah, exactly. Insomniac's final piece of DLC will have that included.
Yeah. Do you collect video games?
I do, but someone likes to limit
looks
my
off,
resources.
Looks off camera to the husband.
I do collect video games, but at the same time, like I have to be aware of my space. I also have way too many freaking Figmas and figure arts and all it.
So good though.
They're so much better than they're good. They're just really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have so much stuff, but now that I have a house, I have places to put them. But now I'm like, oh, do I want to put these out like in certain places? So I don't know. I'm happy with the collection I have. I'm sad younger me was forced to like sell to upgrade pretty much because I miss if I could get my GameCube with my Game Boy Advance player and that disc back, I would be in heaven because GBA was such a time for me.
Sure.
Like, oh my lord.
Well, something to think about with that. Have you looked at a Retron 5?
A Retron 5? No, I have not.
Yeah, so Retron 5, it's a Hyperkin thing, but it has a GBA port, and it handles emulation really well.
If you're telling me I can play Chain of Memories again and not be read Chain of Memories, I am so happy right now.
It's just got
James Burke has your hookup.
Yeah, it's just got an HDMI out, and
Okay. That
it'll
sounds
accept NES and SNES and Genesis controllers,
Okay.
and it'll read GBA cards, as well as like 9 or 10 other consoles.
Oh, okay. So, that sounds good. I might have to look into that.
The controller that comes with it sucks.
Okay.
But you can
does
plug
it
in your
have,
other
so does it have
garbage.
shoulder? The SNES had shoulder buttons, correct? Yes.
Oh, no, it'll take a real SNES controller.
Okay, it'll take a real SNES controller?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you
cool.
can get one, plug it right in.
Awesome.
It works great.
Yeah, the one collector thing that I haven't started yet, but at some
Lay it
point in my
on me.
life,
What do you
I'm
want?
gonna. I have to do this. This is a Tim Gettys, like, before I die.
Crash
This needs to be
Bandicoot
done.
suit from the commercials.
Oh, God. I've looked for that
Oh
so
my
often.
God.
And yeah, no, I don't think that's ever going to
That'd be a dream come true for Tim. I think Tim
no,
will lose his mind.
I want a full collection of EGM and Nintendo Power.
Oh, wow.
Just those two. And every once in a while I go on eBay and I start looking and they have like a lot of 20 and it's like a bunch of them in whatever condition here and there, but it's like, it seems like an investment and shipping's a bitch because it's super expensive because they're heavy ass magazines.
I still have my EGMs of all Kingdom Hearts 2 covers
Oh,
that
yeah?
they released, all like 4 of them. I still have those somewhere.
I
saved
have
away.
so much crap in my dad's attic. You know, my Genesis, or Genesis, every game, but I mean, Master System in particular, all the games, not the console. I forget if I sold that or whatever. But I do super regret getting rid of my EGMs. Because I do remember at one point when your parents like, clean up the room, and it's like, I had them all up in a bookcase, but I needed the bookcase space, and I'm like, I never look at these anymore, and now you're like, fuck it. And granted, I'd want them for one more day.
Yeah.
Like, how great would it be to like for hey, every Gamescast we bring in an EGM and flip through it.
Yeah, Damon does that sometimes. On
Yeah.
school,
Well,
actually.
fuck Damon, all right? It was my idea. I just brought it up. It turns out he time traveled and stole it from me for Gamescast.
Damn,
And
that's
now he's got a
crazy.
lawsuit on his hands.
He's got facts. Those are all facts.
Yeah.
But no, you were talking about the
love Damon.
Nintendo
I love
Power
Damon.
collection stuff's especially difficult because people didn't save them. You threw magazines away when you were done with them, or your parents threw them away if you wanted to
Or
keep
you cut
them.
them up, yeah,
Or you
yeah.
cut them, and that's the thing.
Put the ads on the wall.
I was that kid.
Yeah, it's the posters and the scratch and sniff cards and all that weird stuff is always torn out of them.
It's good though if you can like if you what I used to work for Blockbuster. I would take home the standees and I would also have those, and I had like
dream.
I had a crap ton of standees at one time. It was really insane. I had to get rid of a few.
Yeah,
but
my in-laws still have a giant Twilight Princess standee in their basement.
I had the Devil May Cry 3 one. I had the
God,
Kingdom
yes.
Hearts 2 one. I had
Love
a
this.
bunch of them. Like I can't remember them all off the top of my head because I gotten rid of so many over the years. But
Yeah, when I first moved, I had to throw away all of my like video game magazines, and it sucked.
sucks.
But I was like, I got it. So I only kept maybe 50 of them.
Yeah.
Out of the hundreds that I had.
Yeah.
So I still at my brother's house, I still have like my 50 that
Yeah,
I'm like, I can't throw these.
The one
away.
I kept was
The PS2 launch
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
I'm like the sexy blue cover, and it
Yeah.
felt good. You know
It
what I
felt
mean?
so good.
There was like one year that EGM had these like really nice like matte
Yeah,
covers.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god, I love them
I
so
thought
much.
about doing a show called Recollection or like Recollection about like one thing
Chase
at a
that stuff down.
time. One thing at a time, buying it, playing it all the way through, sharing it with the like doing it live. I think it'd be a fun thing, but I don't know if
should
enough
pitch a
people would be
Patreon.
interested in something like that.
Yeah. No, there's something there, but like when I most seriously looked into this, maybe a year ago for EGM specifically, I found there was a website. Don't remember the name of it, but it's very easy to find if you Google some things. That has full collections of scans of any video game magazine you could ever want. That you can just download as PDFs.
oh wow,
There are a
And-
lot of places that do that.
And
yeah.
I just downloaded a ton of them, and I was just like, I had that experience of just going back and like reading reviews of old games and just being shocked at like the opinions and stuff. And then it made me realize, I'm like, do I really need all of these, or like is just having them digitally enough?
Reading old magazines is very valuable. Reading old books is
love
very
it.
valuable. It's a way to travel through time because you can get in the heads of people at that period. Remember when Wind Waker sucked?
oh yeah, I
That's
remember that.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
My first EGM that I was subscribed to,
real quick, I'm
Final
sorry.
Fantasy 7.
Did media at the time not like Wind Waker? I know
No.
the audience reaction had a problem
a
with
lot
it.
of people did not like Wind Waker.
I loved Wind
And they
Waker.
were wrong.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
'cause
Yes.
It was
Wind
wonderful.
Waker's-
I will never forget the EGM issue that was right after I guess it was Space World back in the day. That on the cover it was Samus, Link, and Mario, and it was Sunshine, Metroid Prime, and Wind Waker, and it was just like, holy shit! What did we do to deserve this? Like, you guys are fucking giving us everything at
Yeah.
once.
All right.
Well,
What
after
a
the
magical
N6
time that was.
Yeah.
Of like going to your mailbox, or I guess the store if you did that, but like going to the mailbox once a month and finding out what video games were up to.
I
Like, and we didn't know outside
I
of
didn't
that.
know. Yeah.
know.
You guys make Kind of Funny the magazine?
Pretty much.
Oh.
We'll make one. We'll make one as a Patreon tier.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I'm
look like
so
an
in
EGM
on that.
cover.
I know, yeah.
That's a lot of work, though. I mean,
Sure.
even doing because I think
The
about
middle's just going to be Nick Scarpino centerfolds.
that works.
Just like Nintendo Power.
Yeah.
I wanted to check out if you like looking back at retro magazines. There's a guy named Ray Barnholt who does a lot of video game history stuff, and Ray did a magazine for a while called Scroll that you can still order on the internet, like back issues. They're printed on demand. Super high quality, really well put together, good gloss, good binding, great artwork, and really high quality writing. And it's but they're all focused. So like this entire issue is about Ninja Turtles. Every Ninja Turtles game ever. This entire issue is about, like, of all things, Jellico games. So every Jellico game, and they're all one's about codes and cheats, and they're great. They give you that feeling of old magazine reading, but with really high quality feature writing and spectacular art.
Is Kill Screen still going?
I don't know.
You remember Kill Screen?
Yeah, I do, but I don't know if it's still going.
Okay.
I am not as up on. I mean, you still have the Brits have Retro Gamer and things like that, but I don't know if Killstream is still publishing. I'm forgetting the name now. Shoot, who does the Nintendo one right now that's really good? I can't remember.
Oh, fuck.
The same people who used to do the
Vita magazine.
Yeah, Switch Lounge, isn't that right? Or
My brain's dead right now. I'm sorry.
I'll look into it. Hold on, because
Yeah,
I owe
it
them.
is really good.
They're doing a final Vita send off that I'm gonna do something
R.I.P.
for. I can help you out. I'm
But
gonna reverse engineer it. But hold on.
Magazine writing created a very interesting situation that doesn't exist anymore in the age of the internet, because magazine writing, you had enough time to think about it. You had time to write an article in the magazine era most of the time, but you didn't have an unlimited amount of time. You had more time than somebody writing on the internet, where it has to be out in 4 hours.
Yeah.
But you had less time.
Switchplayer.net.
That's right. But you had less time than somebody who's like writing a book or a feature, and so there's this very interesting form that comes out of that that's impossible to duplicate.
Because on top of that, internet is unlimited.
Yeah.
Like your page count can be as long as you want it to, or you can separate into multiple things. Magazine, you can only make the font so small. And it has to fit around the ads and around the screenshots and everything. Like it's totally
Could you imagine
art.
those like tiny reviews that they used to like print into there, and like because there was like a small game or something, and like how hard it was to just read that tiny little print.
I mean, even think about Electronic Gaming Monthly. It'd be like 3 or 4 reviews from
On
different
one
people
page.
on one game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
On 1/3 of a page.
Yeah.
Like
second opinion.
What an easy way, right? Of like, I remember the whole argument at IGN and even here, right? Of like, man, it'd be great if the guys did a review. Well, I'm like, only one of us cares about that. And then who has the time for everybody to play the same game if they're not into it? Like, well, if you're at EGM and like, I'm the lead reviewer of Game X, great. But then it's like, pass it off to Crispin or Dan or whoever, Jen, and they're going to play an hour, 3 hours of it and be like, hey, this is my,
Well, they were all
sentences.
There's that, but they were also built on a model of sustainable ad revenue that contemporary sites have much more trouble with. The fact was, magazine ad revenue gave you enough money to run a magazine, whereupon internet ad revenue, which is constantly in flux, is much, much, much harder to make work in that same kind of formula. And so dedicating one person wasn't just a matter of time, it was a matter of the fact that they had greater human resources available than a lot of contemporary groups do that cover this kind of thing.
getting to modern stuff. What do you got, Greg?
It doesn't look good for Killscreen. Website news isn't being updated. Their last organic tweet was May 23rd.
Sad day.
Greg, I want to talk about
Talk to me.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You beat the story mode.
I did.
Something like that.
The big problem was, can I get through Assassin's Creed story mode, or at least the main story, obviously, before Red Dead comes? And I did it. Everybody. No problem. I do want to give a huge shout out to Kevin Coelho, who's now further than I am, though, in Assassin's Creed. What level are you now, Kev?
48.
Yep.
I'm level 48.
I'm 46, but I mean, like, how many hours are you ballpark now?
Oh.
You were 70 something, right, the other day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Give me 2 seconds. I have the thing open.
Oh Lord.
Like, I was definitely not main pathing it, but I was like, this is because I can't say enough nice things.
87 hours.
87 hours.
Oh my god.
Holy shit,
It's
Kevin.
a lot of fun, and I'm real tired.
and I miss it. I want to go back and play more of it. I want to be more involved in that world. I don't want to leave it. And like, you talk about a game that, that looks, first off, Assassin's Creed is back. Whatever, I don't care. It's annual again, weird. It's in Greece. Here's the trailer. All right, that looks interesting. Play it. This seems fun. I don't know if I'd beat it. Get the game. Like, all right, this is all right, but it's clearly not game of the year. Jump ahead 50 hours, and it's like, fuck, do I love this game? Like, I can't believe this game's done it.
So
And like,
good.
you've been gone, Tim, so we haven't personally had a conversation about it, and I know I've talked about it on a million shows, so I'll keep it brief. But it's just the fact that so quickly in that game, I just checked it of just like everything matters. Like every side quest is great in some respect, whether it's funny or touching or sexy or whatever. Like there's not a wasted, this is just something to do thing in that game. Every part of and
it's a Ubisoft game, quote unquote.
Yeah, and like,
that's crazy.
The highest compliment I can pay it, right, is like the fact of what would happen is Jen would go to bed, I'd play for a few more hours, we'd wake up in the morning and I'd make coffee and she'd be like, so what did you do last night? And I would sit her there and retell her the random side quest I ran into, right? And she'd be busting up laughing as me talk about it. Or like I told you the one last time, no spoilers, where you had this moment where you're like, holy shit, that's this story. And it's like, yeah, it is. And the game does such a great job of intertwining things you'd expect or maybe not expect, but then they're there and they're not before you know it. And it's just such a fucking beautifully well done game. It's such a great thing. And it's so great all the way through in terms of what I'm talking about with side quests and talking about other tasks to do, but especially in the story where it ended and it like I got through the final cutscene, right? And it was just like, now, you know, back out to doing stuff. In the final cutscene's weak, right? Because I got the trophy for completing the story in the epilogue is what I mean.
Does it stick the landing?
Exactly.
Okay. It does stick the landing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
and that's the thing. It ended and I literally, Jen was in the kitchen. I'm like, what a fucking game.
Okay.
Man.
Like, what a game to get here and have this payoff
That's
with this character that and these relationships I've built and have it be like, no spoilers, but like, you know, referencing who's died and who hasn't died and how this is and all that. And like, I know there's different endings and I think I got the good ending. And it's just like, man, what a fucking game. Nice. And in a game that when I started, I was like, well, it's a video game and you see it seams and like hair doesn't look good here and da-da-da-da-da. It's not game of the year. And it's still not. But it did definitely go from, I can see this being on my top 10 list to being like, man, yeah, this gave God of War a run for its money. And,
I was about to say,
in terms of how much I care about it.
Like, it's
how much
not
I care
game
about
of the
it.
year.
Yeah.
Could it have been game of the years in years prior? Like,
I think so, too.
This year we had God of War, so that is almost cheating. Last year we had amazing video games.
Sure.
But like,
The year before.
I think it could have. Yes, I do think it, and I think it's got that weird negativity attached to it from certain people of it's not Assassin's Creed, it's something different now, and it's like, yeah, but it's something way better.
Yeah.
It's
And
something way
that's
better.
crazy that's something that works for and against it. Where it's just like, it's Assassin's Creed. Oh, it's not Assassin's Creed.
And at review, not everybody, but a lot of people being like, oh man, yeah, it's like The Witcher or it's like Skyrim, and it's like, all right, The Witcher looks way better than this graphically. Are you kidding me? And like Skyrim is Skyrim, and then be the other side of it now, 50 hours, and just be like, I see what everybody's saying. Like, no, this has that characterization and world The Witcher has, right?
Right, but it doesn't have that problem The Witcher had because I tried to play The Witcher and I was like, there is so much going on. Where do I begin?
It easily could.
It easily could.
It definitely
Can it?
does a little bit,
but,
yeah.
But the fact that he said it's not like typical Assassin's Creed, that has me like wanting to play it. But my thing is like I played Origins for a little bit and I couldn't get into Origins because the story just didn't kick off right for me. Combat was very like weird at first. I got used to the combat and the bird thing a little bit, and the stealth was like okay. Did they refine any of that?
They refined the stealth from what I hear because I was with you of like I played 2 hours of Origins and I was like, peace. I don't like Bayek. I don't understand the story. I don't really like the world. I'm out. From what I've heard from more educated people like Andrea, from Chris over at Polygon. They put up a piece of like, here's why it's better. And then the stealth has been improved. It's still similar, but it's there. Fighting is still signed up on, your triggers or whatever. Spillage! But no, it's great on those levels. It's something very special. It's a very, very special game in a way that, for me to sit here and be like, Cassandra, one of my favorite characters in games of recent memory, if not... Well, Kratos is so good this year, and Peter Parker's so good. Like that's the thing. What a year! What a year!
Yeah,
what a year!
I mean, Become Human.
Detroit Become Human. It was a fun game. I had a great time.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Hank a lot.
There's a couple. Okay. Yeah.
Tangent.
Yeah.
Will next year be as good as this year and last year?
For video games, I can't see how it couldn't be anymore.
Isn't that crazy?
Last year we were like, what say this is the best game of year since 2000, whatever the fuck, and now it's like, nope, this is amazing.
No one expected God of War to be what it was.
No. No one did.
You had hopes,
crazy,
right?
man.
And then not only that, it's like you have that, and you have Assassin's Creed, you have Red Dead next week, right? Of course, Ghostbusters World next week. Huge game that's gonna fucking light the world on fire.
Smash Bros is on its way.
So speaking of Ghostbusters World, correct?
Sure.
You've been playing a lot more of it.
I have, yeah.
We got to play a bit of it.
Yeah, we did a party. We filmed a party mode. It's supposed to go live Wednesday as soon as on YouTube.com.
Before you say anything,
yeah,
I got to play it.
Please do.
Played enough of it to get what it is, and I am pretty impressed at what it is.
And to be very clear, the party mode is a sponsored party mode.
Yes.
This is not. You know how I am. This is not part of the sponsorship.
To be extra clear, I will never play this game again.
Sure. Okay. Fair.
You know, but I'm just saying, I was like, oh shit. Like, this really feels like they took the Pokemon Go foundation and were like, how can we apply this to Ghostbusters in a way that matters and makes it fun and cool for people? Like, I can't imagine someone like you. Like, this feels like it's made for you as a time waster, but in a good way.
A mobile game.
A mobile game, which is like, hey, here's something to do. But they make that fun and they make it interesting enough where it's like, I loved just the way that even fights start or happen, where it's like you have to follow the ghost of the augmented reality and like to suck them in. I'm like, it felt cool. And the moment a video game can feel cool, that's when it achieves
It
itself.
is cool.
It's like video games are cool or something.
Exactly.
By your
Kind of an
evaluation, I mean, compared to, you were talking about comparing it to Pokemon Go, where do you think it improves on it? What makes it better
So
for
my
you?
thing is, and we're jumping around, Kev, so maybe Time Code try to keep up a bit. We're going to move the Pokemon Go thing in here too. You're a big Pokemon Go guy.
Poor partner over here on the ground.
I know. He won't leave spills alone. Just let him clean. Just let him clean. If you let him, he'll probably clean the whole place. Just kidding.
So Sinnoh added
yeah, they added Sinnoh this week. Yesterday. Yeah, that was cool.
Have you been playing Pokemon Go since it came out?
No. So like I played in the beginning because everyone was. I fell off after about like 6 months, and then like we went on vacation and we're like, why don't we just try this again? You know, we're just like, we were waiting for family and we didn't really have much to do. So we were like, hey, let's just play this. And so we did. And then we got really into it again. And now we're like going and doing raids at our town. Like earlier this year, like around July. It was about July. So I've been playing again since July, and we've been doing like we're on a Discord where people were like, "Hey, there's a raid here. Who wants to go?" And like,
so is it a Texas local?
Richard, like a certain city, we'll have groups off. So like Dallas has one, like Carol, like different subsections of Dallas will have raids. So like because Dallas is sectioned off into different like smaller cities too, or the DFW area if you're from there. But yeah,
kind of
so
like Bay Area.
Yeah, kind of yeah. So yeah, we'll look on the Discord. We'll see like, oh yeah, this blah's going here, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here, and like we'll do like maybe 4 or something. But yeah, it's been fun. We get to meet like people. We get to hang out. People who've actually been playing. They have ridiculous Pokemon. I'm like, where? How do you already have like everything and you have all the shinies? Like, please tell me like how. Like, there's shiny Pokemon if you haven't been playing since then. I mean, it's crazy. And like the Sinnoh region. I mean, it's just cool that they keep adding. Like, they just keep on adding. That's the really nice part, is they haven't given up on this thing, even though they could just like say, we're done. We made our money, deuces. But
yeah. Well, what's crazy is they're still making money. Like, I saw a report recently that was like, there's still $8 million a month or something coming in.
Are you serious?
Which is just insanity. And then you add on top of that, I remember when the game first came out, and a lot of people would be asking us, do you want, or do you expect to see the golden, like Gen 2 Pokemon, Gen 3 Pokemon, whatever. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I think they're going to stick to this like original Gen 1 thing of like the nostalgia and everything. And to see now we're on Gen 4, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they're moving forward with this. People are still there. People are coming back.
Yeah.
Like you guys, because that's not that long ago.
No, because like you got to remember each generation is someone's first. So the minute they release a new generation, like, oh, that's my first Pokemon. Let's jump back in and play. Oh, it's $10. Cool. I'll buy some Pokeballs, whatever.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, it's just crazy. But like, it's still, I mean, it's still the same game. Like, you're not going to see anything different. Like, unless like you haven't seen the raids or anything like that. Like, it's pretty much the same game you left. It's just now here's more Pokemon.
And to answer your question, I guess that's my thing. I haven't seen the raids. I haven't done any of this. I imagine Ghostbusters is kind of coming in and just par for par adding what Pokemon has already added, but I might be wrong about that.
Or
Go ahead,
the
Mike.
multiplayer and
I was telling you about the features,
Yeah.
right? From what I understand, because I have a launch month knowledge of Pokemon Go,
Right.
And so Goldfarb will occasionally try to talk to me about it, and then I wake up at home and I'm like, what happened? I don't know how I got here.
Your wallet's gone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm missing
Yeah.
the kidneys. Like, now your Pikachu's my shiny. No, so I know that Pokemon's added a bunch of stuff. From what I understand in terms of Ghostbusters World and how it differs is the fact that, yes, the base gameplay, right, if you turn it on like we were doing, right, is, guess what? Here's the Google Maps street view of the neighborhood you're in. You see the ghosts around you. You have the dimensional doors that are Pokestops that you click on. You get more traps. You get some XP. And then you bust the ghost. You put them in the trap. You collect them. Congratulations. And then the counter to that is this other side of the game that Pokemon Go has aspects of now, but not the exact same. But correct me as we go. It's the fact that there's a story mode, which is, hey, you go in, it's written by the IDW guys. It has IDW comic art. You go in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. And it's got a narrative assigned to it for each world you go into. And as you go deeper in, you are taking the ghosts you've caught in the main part of the game. It's mobile game or bullshit. It's mobile game or bullshit. Stop it.
So today on Mobile Game or Bullshit.
Sorry, the computer is being really weird right now, guys.
It's because we're here today.
Of course. No, it's just because it's kind of funny and we're recording something.
Like audio.
So, yeah, you get the ghosts you've captured in the real world. You bring them in there. You make a team of 4 ghosts that you in the ghost dimension then go and do the story levels of and have them fight other ghosts.
Okay.
You level them up. It's turn-based RPG kind of thing, or turn-based combat, I should say, but it's also an RPG of leveling them up, upgrading their ranks, assigning them runes, making them more powerful. They have CP, they have levels, they have stars, all that stuff. You have them fight other ghosts, and you go through the world that way, and that earns you other content and stuff like that, or other things.
Right.
And on top of that, yes, there's a thing called Gozer's Tower or whatever, where you go through and you just see how high you can go in a week. And there's leaderboards for that. There's PvP, and then there's just more PvE stuff in there that I feel like I'm screwing up.
No, it sounds like you have a more like PvP focus, like with that turn-based combat. Because right now, all you could do is like you go to the gyms like you used to, and you just tap on the things, and they do the stuff. And you can dodge attacks and enter raids, and like a whole bunch of people will attack one Pokemon and whittle it down, and then you just try to catch it.
Yeah, so
but basically there's just like there's none of that turn-based combat that are PvP.
Well, that's the thing is like it goes different, right? From all right, here's what the game is. If you as the Ghostbuster you've designed and like. Creation's super limited, but the Ghostbuster you've made, and then you're busting your ghosts.
Very, very limited.
Of course, yeah.
I will add.
No.
Like 3 hairstyles, and those hairstyles also affect how your face looks. Why?
I mean, like, it's important to point out, of course, we're playing pre-release code. It comes out officially on Monday, all that jazz. But like, that's my playing from what we've played. Again, the reason I'm talking about it now at length is because last week it went the opposite. Where I talked a whole bunch about Assassin's Creed and was like, I've also been screwing around with Ghostbusters World, and it seems like a lot of fun, but blah, blah. Whereas like now I find myself so fucking ready for Monday. Because all I want to do is play more of it and fuck around. Because it is a time waster, but it's like, I see, it's got its hooks in me of like, I like when we were getting ready to film the stuff for party mode, it was that I finally discovered my coins that I'm earning in the thing, not currency I'm buying, but coins I'm earning in the game, get applied to leveling up my proton pack and making it more powerful. So I had it sitting there, and now I turn notifications on. So it's like, oh, that upgrade's done. Click in while I'm at my desk. All right, click that, get that cooking, and it's there's ectospheres similar to Poke Eggs or whatever, right? And it's like, yeah, I'm 1,000% in, but like they're gonna wipe the version I'm using before they put out the real version. So I don't want to play too much now because I really want to play a lot when it comes out.
So you remember when the Pokeball phone charger came out? Around the release of Pokemon Go. Is there a proton pack phone charger for the Ghostbusters
There isn't
game?
Officially that I know of, but if someone's making it, I will gladly buy it. Because this has been the big debate of like, what phone do I'm eligible for the upgrades. What do I want to do? How do I want to do it? I have from Comic-Con, they gave me a whole bunch of Ghostbuster World pop sockets. Yeah. And I was like I want to use these. And I'm like, I want to use these. So I don't want to put one on my phone yet because I want to save them all and put them on the real phone that I'm going to use for my proton busting. But I can't fucking wait. I'm having too much fun with just the not broken, the basic version. And so my hope is it gets launched. I hope it finds an audience. I hope it's around. I'm sure it won't be near as successful. I'm not being stupid as Pokemon Go, but I hope it's successful enough that they do be like, cool, here's more things. I can't put glasses on my, granted, the Ghostbuster looks way too in shape in general, but I can't put glasses on to make him feel more like me, right? And it's
Here's the thing though, man. Like, I remember playing Pokemon Go in the early months and being like being outside, hunting these things down, and like as mobile game as it was, and like, oh, I wish there was more going on and all that. It's like I felt like a little kid trying to play Pokemon in real world. When we play Ghostbusters, granted, we were literally wearing Ghostbusters outfits in public and doing it. Like, I felt like a Ghostbuster. Like, the game is really well designed to create a feeling.
Yeah.
And it nails it.
Well, and that's the thing, as a Ghostbusters fan, right? Like, having the song in there, and even like every time you boot it up, and like after you're done with intros and stuff, you boot it up, like the game begins with like wherever you are on the map, and then the Ecto-1 roaring in, and your character getting out of the Ecto-1. It's like, that's cool. And if it's in AR, you have to PKE around the room to find the ghost.
So can I, if I'm having a Halloween party, can I drop some kind of bomb in my house that turns into a ghost hub for my party?
Of course, yeah. The dimensional doors are the Poke stops, and just like Poke stops that you can throw down, one you can throw down, right?
The Pokelures. Yeah,
Pokelures.
you put a lure on the stop. You're good.
You can throw down ecto goggles that spawn. You can put on your ecto goggles that I think burn real world money or whatever you buy that bring out a ghost for you, or you can put down the dimensional door and have stuff.
Because this sounds like some perfect Halloween party stuff. You just got a bunch of
and that's the
people
thing is
over
like it's gonna be interesting to see how it does, because when it first got announced, right? Hey, they're making a Pokemon Go knockoff Ghostbusters game. As a Ghostbusters fan and a video game fan, I roll my eyes, right? I'm like, ugh, how bare bones, basic bullshit. And you get in there like, oh no, this actually was made with like a reverence for it, and it is like they made a big deal of like Goldfarb's preview that's on IGN.com from a few weeks ago, the same day the trailer debuted, or one of my trailers debuted. It was a, hey, this game's doing a lot of shit Pokemon Go isn't, but do we care? Like, you know what I mean? Because it was like, Goldfarb was very honest in it of, I don't have an affinity for these ghosts, whatever. For me playing the game, it is like, motherfucker, it's Sam Hain. You know what I mean? It's the Halloween ghost from the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Right.
And then to have Sandman, the ghost that puts the guys to sleep, and like I was talking about earlier on the morning show, that Janine's dream is it. And then to have Slimer and Lady Slimer from New Ghostbusters and all this other stuff, it's like, man, they actually did a great job of doing this, to the point where I am like, I'm stupidly excited that the game comes out on Monday so I can play it in San Francisco and then go to Toronto for EGLX and get. Are there new ghosts? Are there different ghosts in Toronto? How does it work?
I certainly hope so. Leaning into New Ghostbusters lore, I'm with you on that, because
polite.
it shows so spectacular. I do have a few questions. Can I be a keymaster?
I mean, you get dimension keys.
Can I be a gatekeeper?
You're always my gatekeeper, Jared.
Okay, can I step on a church in this town?
No, there's Stay Puft Marshmallow already to fight. He's stepping on churches for you.
Is Rick Moranis around?
I've not seen a Louis Tully character yet.
What about
I
Vince?
did have Dana Barrett pop up though, and I was like, fuck.
So he may be there. And what
I
about,
bet he is. Yeah. Again, the way this game is done in terms of like, we know what the source material is. We know what the IDW thing is, which is bringing all the movies and the comics in. Yeah.
What happens if I make my name Vince Clortho?
I don't think anybody's gonna care. They're not gonna care that you
My
keymaster
character's name was
Gozer.
Gia with dreads because my character looked like
Gia
with
with
dreads.
dreads. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you had fun, right?
I did.
I'm disappointed.
honestly
No, you
had
won't
fun.
play anymore, but you did play Pokemon Go, so how can I expect?
Well, I did, but then I stopped.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like with the Ghostbusters. No, I'm good. If
Yeah.
if I was gonna go back to something, it'd be Pokemon Go. Now that Pokemon Go is,
And I get that, because again,
fixed.
this is the thing of what is your affinity, right? And
Yeah,
like
Pokemon.
Don't get me wrong, I as I play it, I daydream sit on my stomach on my phone, like playing it. I'm like, man, what if there was a Ghostbusters World convention one day? You know what I mean? Like Pokemon Go Fest. If the game can do that well, that'd be rad. But the game does have, from a base level right now, TLC for the franchise put into it.
Dude.
And so I just want more packs, more costumes, more customization options. Because this is where I'm at with this game. I can't wait for the final version so I can give them money to put my character in the Ghostbusters 2 jumpsuit.
Oh, there we go.
Because that is what has spawned me making the Ghostbusters 2 jumpsuit. I was like, fuck, this thing looks hot in the game. I'd love to wear one of
imitates
those.
life. Beautiful. I guess. I don't know. My thing is, I'm so impressed by the game because it is a shameless Pokemon Go ripoff.
Yep, and they know that. They don't hide away
We've
from
talked about PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale and how it failed.
Sure.
Because
it didn't lean hard
It
enough.
was Smash Bros. Ripoff, but it wasn't.
Right.
This is.
Yeah.
Because when we first heard about this, I'm like, all right, there's no chance of this being good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. There you go.
Congratulations.
Sometimes
Ghostbusters
ripoffs are
World.
good.
You did it.
I'm very stoked.
And Greg, Lego DC Supervillains. You've been playing some of it. You're in it. Again.
Full disclosure,
Look
I'm
at
in
us.
this game.
Oh,
I haven't
we're
gotten to
such
myself.
fucking shills.
I haven't gotten to myself.
Why are you in everything? Are you going to disclose everything now?
There's that thing when they're like, if you get 15 minutes of fame, you fucking take it for everything it's worth. All right, I'll be in everything until they stop me.
Accurate.
Ghostbusters in DC. What a Greg Miller week.
Yeah, right? No, yeah, exactly. And, kind of Red Dead, but that's next week. You know what I mean? But like in the same 10-day period, I'm getting a whole bunch of shit I really love. Yeah, Lego DC Supervillains is out. This is the game where you build a supervillain of yourself, and it's an original story. And the thing it doesn't get enough credit for, I think, is, hey, guess what, everybody? We have Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy and Nolan North and Michael Rosenbaum and Susan Eisenberg and like the fucking cast of the Justice League cartoon.
Ooh.
And then Travis Willingham, and I think Troy's in there as Owlman, but I haven't checked it. But like, everybody you know from the voice act, it's like, hey, we got
And Greg
together
Miller.
in
And
all
Greg Miller.
Yeah, Anthony and Gruber.
Oh, shit.
Hey, we got together an all-star fucking cast and Greg Miller to make a cool, different DC story. You know what I mean? And like, it is that you are a supervillain. You know, you're in the fucking penitentiary with Lex Luthor, and he looks through your file, and that's how you pick who you are and design your own character and jump into it. And then it's a Lego game, and you jump in there. It is a Lego game that, as usual, it's a Lego game, right?
Yeah.
Which so many people then are like, I like Lego games, but I haven't played them in a while, and I just gloss over. Like they've added a bunch of new mechanics in there that make it cool and different of like powers. Yeah.
Is creating a character a new thing?
Yes, in terms of it being, hey, you are the main character of the story.
I feel like for a Lego game, that's kind of a huge deal.
Yeah, with the exception of Lego Undercover, that Wii U game that didn't get that. Okay. Yeah, you can create a custom character minifig, but this is the first time where it's like
story mode.
I've made Greggy, I've made this thing, I'm playing through you. You still jump around.
That's awesome.
How much control do you have over your power definition? Like
when you start, you have a variety, and then as you meet new characters and do new things, you get more. Because what they're doing is they're doing it smartly. And I'm very early in it. I've only done the first 2 main levels, so main level, hub world, main level, because there's just too many things to play. Your character's deal is that you were working with like Dr. Ivo or whatever, so like you're from the Amazo project. Okay. Like so I don't think you're probably gonna turn out to be fucking Amazo or whatever. Yeah. But right now they're like, oh, the thing that like helps these people steal powers. All right, cool. Fun. But they do it in like the storyline is that you're going, there's a breakout and the Justice League shows up to stop them. They're struggling to do it, and then the crime syndicate shows up from the different Earth, right? They show up, act good, then they kidnap the Justice League. And so they've shown up to set themselves up as the Justice League. They're not, they're bad guys too from another dimension. And then like, Harley sees that happen. And so now it's like the villains fighting the villains because they're worse villains to get back the heroes or whatever kind of thing. So it's cool.
That sounds spectacular.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I am Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
Classic.
The classic Polka Dot Man. Yeah.
That could absolutely be a real DC villain, hands down.
It is a real No, that is a real DC villain. This has been confusing, yes, for people. I play in the game. My voice is the Polka Dot Man. I am the Polka Dot Man. Okay. And then I made myself in the game, but I look so much like myself because the tools are cool that everybody's like, oh, I didn't realize it was you. I'm like, no. That's like you start your own character as well.
Where does the Polka Dot Man appear? I mean,
I think he's one of the shitty Batman guys. Yeah, he's right there with Condiment King and all that shit. Like just being terrible people.
King.
Yeah, dude. I didn't realize Polka Dot Man was a real one.
The 60s were a weird spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my god, I want to be the voice of Condiment Man. Super Mario Party.
Yeah.
Everyone at this table has played more of this since we last talked.
Yes. A lot.
How are we feeling? You've been playing a lot of it recently.
Well, yeah, we had a wedding this weekend, so we flew out here for the wedding. Well, I thought we were playing it for the wedding. And so yeah, we had like a Airbnb full of 9 people, and like we have like 2 Switches, and we're like all playing Mario Party basically whenever we are just stuck at the Airbnb. And it's been a blast. Like we like it a lot. We do have issues with it. Don't get me wrong. Of course,
and that's my thing because I just was on a vacation with a big group of people. I brought my Switch and an extra pair of Joy-Cons because I knew I had Mario Party.
Right.
And we all had a bang up time.
Right.
And
were you guys doing the Switch with the 2 Switch things?
No one cared. Okay. Like, to just be honest, like we just want to play the board game. That's all people want to do. And
that's one of my biggest criticisms about the game is they got the board game stuff right for the first time in
forever
iterations of Mario Party. Yeah. Like it's been a long time. Like probably since 6, I would say that it's been good. Even.
Since GameCube, probably.
Yeah, well, GameCube wasn't that 4?
Was it? Was there a board on Wii? Was there a few Wii ones that were good?
Yeah, okay. And some of the Wii ones were not. They were like the weird team thing. And then Wii U had the board.
I just dodged anyone that was like jump everyone in a car and go like bullshit.
Total bullshit. But playing it with people, I was playing with Gia and other people that are not gamers necessarily. And everyone had a blast. I love the decision they made to make it Joy-Con exclusive because every mini game was accessible to everybody playing, whether you're a gamer or non-gamer.
Right.
Everyone had an equal shot of understanding the rules, going in, playing the game, and having fun.
And the fact that they also had the demo like forced like right there.
The forced practice mode is awesome.
Yes. Also shout outs to the river raft mode. We actually had a lot of fun with the river rapid mode.
And that's my thing is there's elements of this game that are so good, and I would say even the best Mario Party's ever been.
Yep.
And then there's so much extra shit. And it's like when you look at the game as a whole, what we just talked about is 2/5 of what's available, and 3/5 of it is just extra bullshit.
Soundstage can go take a hike.
Why?
I don't know.
Why'd you even put it there?
I don't know.
It makes the game worse.
They should have just worked on their online infrastructure instead.
Totally.
Because like I can't play that online.
No.
And why not? Does it just run poorly?
They just don't offer the modes people are looking for.
Yeah.
Which I get because the the shortest game you can play is an hour of Mario Party for a classic board match.
Yeah.
It's 10 rounds or 10 turns.
10
10
turns.
turns.
That's a lot to expect of people playing online to not disconnect and not do a bunch of bullshit.
Let me ask you a question to both of you guys. Do you really want
Yes.
to play Mario Party online?
Yes, I do. I want to get on Discord full of friends and play Mario Party online.
That's the thing is,
my
I feel like
problem.
it could be a fun, like, hey, yeah, I don't see you enough kind of thing.
There's an argument to be made about Mario Party Online not working as a whole, because I totally understand that people are going to disconnect. When you're playing with your friends,
Yes.
they're not going to disconnect.
Correct.
And that's the point.
You make a private match, you get in a Discord, and you just play. I have like friends in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Washington, like
Brag
all
a bit more. All right, cool. You got friends.
So says the guy who's like got people all over the world that want to like hang out with you. Yeah, okay.
They want to play Mario Party.
I will play Mario Party with you whenever you want. Anyways, but basically like we were all like hoping like online good. And it's just like, well, maybe we'll meet at PAX South or we'll meet at blah 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 and play Mario Party.
So is the story of this game better but not good enough?
It's good enough.
It is good enough. It's just not.
It's not what we.
It's not the Switch version of a Nintendo franchise. We've seen Mario Odyssey. We've seen Zelda. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
wait, do you feel like this is Mario like Aces kind of thing, or is it
No,
Aces?
it's better than Aces.
It's better than Aces.
Okay.
It's
because they didn't break rackets.
the problem to me is this is going to be an evergreen game. They rebranded it. It's not Mario Party. It's Super Mario Party.
Yep.
To me, that's a chance for them to be like, look, we're going to fix all of this. They fixed most of it.
Yes.
And that's kind of a letdown. Like
Okay.
I expected more for sure.
Okay.
And earlier today, as of recording, we talked about this on Games Daily of will this game have DLC and what's it going to be? That could change everything.
Yes,
If they support this game going forward with massive DLC with more than 4 boards, like, because honestly, I love the boards, at least most of the boards. Like I would say half the boards.
Yeah. Don't be honest.
2 out of 4.
Two out of 4 boards
out of
are
4.
good.
It's not that many of them.
No, there's only 4 boards.
But 2 of them awesome. Like
Yeah.
I love how they change up as you're playing. There's a lot of switching going on.
great.
That's what Mario Party's all
Yep.
about. We need more though.
Yes, we need
So
more
do
than 4.
Do you want more boards, or which is more important? Do you
boards.
want more boards or online multiplayer? In the mode you want?
More boards to me.
Boards is more
Yeah.
important. Just because the base board set you're gonna get tired with real quick.
Yeah.
Also, I'll take more characters because the fact that they added that dice block mechanic really made things more interesting in a sense.
Yeah.
Also because the ally squares that are on the
Yeah.
boards, I love. That was one of the best things that they added. I feel like, but
in my experience, I feel like the ally stuff breaks the game. Because I feel like, especially, and maybe this is, on one hand, I'd say it's an unfair criticism. On the other hand, I'd say, no, this is a criticism exactly due for this type of game. I felt like I could game the system against people that didn't know how to play video games super easy with the ally stuff.
What did
And
you do? Go to the squares?
just
Well,
the
I mean, you
allies
have to land on
They're a
them.
little OP.
yeah, they are.
And it's like, it's pretty easy to.
For
like,
me, it was we did a party mode while you were gone of playing Super Mario Party, and I missed the first ones because I was out of town in London. So jumping in, I was going, and I hit the first ally square, and I was like, oh, and I was like, well, I don't really understand. And then and by the end, I had 3 allies. So I'm rolling like a 1, but I'm getting 9,
Yeah.
so I'm getting 10, and it was great, and I thought it was a really cool thing, but I didn't know how to game
I think
it.
the one
the
tweet.
gaming is like going for allies.
Right.
Like looking at those spots, trying to count on, like trying to go on the paths that have allies, understanding how important they are.
Yeah.
I feel like in one way to the hardcore gamer or whatever, it's like, cool, great that this is adding more. But it's like, I feel like Mario Party is the type of game
Yeah.
that should be accessible in a way that like everyone playing is having just as much fun. And the moment that I start just trouncing everybody
Yeah.
just because I have some understanding of how to play it is, I think, a bad thing.
Yeah, I think they could tweak the ally system a little bit. Maybe not let you, instead of like giving you them to roll a 1 or a 2 for you every turn, they just give you their dice block.
Yeah.
Like instead of like doing that.
That's my thing, is if they
There's
give you
ways
the
to
dice
improve.
block, or if it was just once.
Yes.
If they were just like a one and done item and then you can use them, I feel like that would totally fix it.
I completely agree. I think that would tweak the balance out a little bit because we do notice like people who do tend to land on the ally squares just tend to wreck shop. So.
And that's the thing, is like Mario Party is not about fairness. It's not about equality. It's
No.
about
Ruining your friendship.
ruining your friendship. So it's like, in that sense, I get it and that's cool. I just feel like This almost gamifies it in a way that I think crosses the line.
They could tweak it. It definitely. I think I'm glad they added it, and I'm glad they're going forward with it. But you're right. It does need tweaking. But I'm glad it's at least there for now. I think this is a good step forward for Mario Party, but we still need some steps. We still got some steps to do. They still got work to do to make this like a true, like really good Nintendo franchise.
That's what I would ask.
Is
this a good game?
It's a good game. It's not a great game, but it's a good game.
It has to be a good game because of how much fun you have playing
Exactly.
it. Like that's the thing is like every single time I've played this game so far, it's been fun.
Right. Like we're beating up on it and a little bit, and we're giving fair criticisms of it, and I don't want that to come off super negatively. Like it's a good game, and I don't want people to think like it's trash. Don't buy this, but like. Just beware when you buy this, you're getting like these modes. This is what you're getting. And we promise you, if you have friends and they come over, it is great. But if you're looking to buy this like as a single person, don't do it.
Do not buy it single player.
No.
I played it on the plane. It sucks.
Nope, don't do it.
It's a bad game single player. But I played it on the plane with Gia, and it was awesome.
Yep.
Like the mini games, I feel Nintendo has had, and I don't know if anyone from the same team from the Wii era is still making these games, but I feel like they've learned so much from the Wii of motion controls, of don't overdo it. Like you're still doing stupid motions with like shaving the ice off or like, whatever the fuck you're doing with your goddamn.
That stupid tricycle game.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Joy-Cons, but I feel like there is a understanding of what people enjoy doing with motion controls, what people can do with motion controls, even if they don't enjoy it, but it's like that's part of the torture of Mario Party.
Yep.
Versus the like overabundance of bullshit things that nobody enjoys, nobody likes, and takes no skill.
No,
Right.
that's the best. The best party game on Wii was Smooth Moves, where they seem to understand that best of all.
man.
Where you're just passing around that same single controller to 12 people and doing very simple motion. What was that face?
Oh, that's
Fucking around with Mikey. Mikey and I are having some fun. Don't worry about it, everybody.
You have your conversation over here.
Was I making
Exactly.
weird jerk off motions?
No.
Right there you were. Because that's like, why are the guys back to back?
Yeah. they're
Wait, what?
what?
It's front to front.
No,
Unless you're down.
You were doing like this, right? So like I was picturing two butts hitting here, and you were doing it like up and down.
Oh shit!
Oh, what?
Oh,
Why would you do
you're like,
that?
oh, okay. I see what
You're
doing.
pulling them down.
Yeah.
You're I don't like that. Don't do that. Next time you give it to me, don't do it
No,
like that.
fuck you making a lot. Yeah, no, I was backwards on that. Next game. We're skipping
what
one,
the
Kev.
fuck?
We're going straight to Soul
You want to talk about a
Calibur
saucy
6.
biscuit?
Soul Saucy Biscuit.
Soul Calibur 6.
So Soul Calibur 6. It comes out Friday. Yay.
You're a big fan, right?
How deep down the rabbit hole do you want to go?
Very.
Give me the story, bruh.
So story goes, young little kid me goes to Power Play in the mall in Greenville, Texas, where this is the only arcade for, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours or whatever. And basically he sees a giant screen with arcade stuff, and there's Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
like
set
big,
the stage of history.
Setting the stage of history. And it is like what I had played Mortal Kombat, I'd played Street Fighter, I'd played Virtua Fighter, I'd played Tekken, all of that kind of stuff. And everything felt good, but like nothing really like sparked me. And Soul Calibur like just set my world on fire.
Yeah.
Like it was like an inferno.
No, Soul Calibur.
Your soul still burns.
Did you run out and buy a Dreamcast like that moment?
I did because I didn't immediately because I needed to save. I had just bought another thing, and so but I immediately as soon as I
PlayStation
got
2, like a normal person.
yeah, but I did get a Dreamcast.
The PlayStation 2 was not available for sale.
I
when Soul
understand.
Calibur
It was
was
a year
released.
later.
Here comes Jared Petty, everybody.
But I did eventually buy a Dreamcast with Power Stone, Soul Calibur, and
Damn,
like all
you
that
did it
kind of
right.
good
You
stuff.
did it right, yeah.
And Soul Calibur is special to me because once it felt like the arcade, and when it was the first time for me where like when I played it at the arcade and I played it at home, it almost felt like it looked better and played like the same at home.
Oh, it's better at home.
Exactly. So it was the first time like I felt like holy crap. At home, I can get a better experience in the arcade, minus like having an arcade stick. Because
Right.
initially that's how I learned, and I was too broke to buy a Dreamcast like stick. That was
Right.
like impossible. Fast forward, Soul Calibur 2 comes out, and my world is destroyed. And oh my god, it's wonderful! I am
yeah.
loving everything about this. And I'm coming from like a small town, rural town, where like Single player is pretty much all I could do, but I loved fighting games, and no one really wanted to play fighting games that much. So I was living off of arcade modes and all that kind of stuff all the time. And Soul Calibur 2 had so much single player content that it was just like,
what was the story mode called?
it was Weapon Master mode.
Yep.
That's
And
what
it
was.
had like
Weapon
you
Master,
had like
yes.
these squares you'd go to, and they would challenge you to be like, the room is gonna explode in 3 seconds. Knock them down and they'll blow up. If you the slippery floors, knock them out of the ring easier.
And
you
they weren't lame. They were great.
And then you could unlock special weapons for all the characters. Like Killick would have a stupid, even longer staff. You thought Killick's staff was long before, it's even longer.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Exactly.
You ain't seen nothing, dude.
Which version did you have?
I had
Don't ask stupid questions,
GameCube.
Jared.
Excellent.
The answer is GameCube.
Did anybody prefer fucking Heihachi or goddamn Spawn?
You know what the saddest thing is because like when Soul Calibur 2 Online came out, no Link.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't have that. Anyways, then Soul Calibur that is arguably the quintessential peak of Soul Calibur, Soul Calibur 2.
Totally.
Yep.
That was the game that made it mainstream. Because the thing was, Soul Calibur 1, not many people played, everyone heard of.
Yes.
Everyone's like, oh, this game got perfect 10s.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck is it, though? I never played it. A lot of people didn't own Dreamcast.
Yep.
I didn't
No.
until way later.
Yeah.
Right.
So Soul Calibur 2 was like, hey, this franchise you've heard of that everybody loves. Oh, you like Tekken? Cute. Here's this other thing. Oh, it has fucking Link or
Yep.
jokes
No,
aside,
Link
Heihachi
was-
or
or Spawn,
Spawn. Like,
yeah.
cool. That was cool at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's such an amazing thing to make everyone want to play that game.
No, it's the closest thing to Street Fighter 2 when it was new that
Absolutely.
I've seen since Street Fighter 2.
Soul Calibur 2 is a special place in my heart. Like that game just made so many friends for me and just like opened the world of fighting games to me for
And
like
it's
the
hard,
most part. And
I think it's hard for people to think about that now
Right.
because fighting games have become such a niche thing that they forget that this was a mainstream game
Yes.
that everyone was playing.
Yep. And also, what makes Soul Calibur, and they did this in the first Soul Calibur, the 8-way run system is so important. Like 8-way run, when I say 8-way run, I mean literally you just, like, unlike in Tekken where you have to like double tap to like dash, side, whatever, move and dodge, you just hold left, you just hold right, you just hold down, you hold forward. You're going to actually just move that way. It is the most freedom of moment in a 3D fighting game. It just feels so good to just dodge attacks, like, and then just counter. And it's so easy to do it. Why it hit casual is because it was so easy. And a lot of people like gravitate towards that. And then we have Soul Calibur 3.
It happened.
They made it exclusive to PS2. So we lost, special characters. It's still a good game. Not a great game. And also had Soul Calibur 2 to follow up on. Fast forward some more. Soul Calibur 4. Star Wars characters. Yoda, the character that broke the game and made it awful because you couldn't grab him. Horizontal attacks went over his head. He was basically
the
broken.
odd job.
Yeah,
you
it was the odd
also
job of-
you also had basically full combo ring outs from certain characters, which made competitive like. And then they had the armor breaking, which was okay. And they had these critical finishers, which if you broke all the armor off and did certain things, cool, you did this flashy thing, but you never saw them.
It just
so what's
felt
the
like
point?
they never finished playtesting.
They didn't. It didn't feel like it. And then they had also the guy from the Force Unleashed in it.
Star Killer.
But they named
Right,
him
Sam
like
Witwer.
Apprentice or something like that because the game hadn't come, because the Force Unleashed hadn't come out yet, and it was weird, and he was ridiculous with all his powers, and he was just stomping the cast. Fast forward more, and we get to the darkest time in Soul Calibur, Soul Calibur 5.
How can it get worse? Let me tell
Let me
you.
tell you, Soul Calibur 5. Oh, you like the roster? You think all the old characters are cool? Cool, we're tossing those
Welcome
out.
back.
Welcome back to the stage of history where there's no one here you care about. Soul Calibur 5 story mode. Oh, you like... We're gonna focus hard on story, guys. We promise. Story's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Watch it, play it, cool. 2 characters we give no cred about, like who? Patroclus and what's her? I don't know.
Say that again.
Patroclus.
Patroclus.
No, they tried-
Sophedia's
You don't know
son.
Patroclus? Come
I
on,
don't
man.
know.
Patroclus,
I know
Sophedia's
I know
son.
Sophia. She was my
So-
girl.
yeah.
Wait,
Sophia-
Sophia had the daughter, right?
Sophia had a daughter and a son. Patroclus and Pyrrha.
Wait, damn. Who's
Yeah.
Cassandra?
Cassandra is her sister.
Also, this
Yeah,
lady.
Cassandra was my girl. So
Cassandra.
That's what it was.
I miss Cassandra. But then that whole story mode was not very good, not very long. And then they added meter, which I liked the meter, except for one thing. What was always key to Soul Calibur was the guard impact system, which would basically parry, and anyone could parry at any time. And Soul Calibur 6. We'll get to that. But basically, Soul Calibur 5, what happened was they added, and the guard impact system required meter. So you could only parry if you had meter. And that drove everyone up a wall. Like the fact that you can't parry like what you could do so simply in other fighting games, like in Street Fighter 3 or in other things like that. And they were tied it to meter, just drove people crazy. They killed the 8-way run system because you could, when you basically, if you sidestepped and you got hit, you might as well say goodbye to your life.
Yeah.
Like if you knew what you were doing, so you were scared to 8-way run, which is the whole point of Soul Calibur. This whole freaking point of Soul Calibur is this freedom of movement to move wherever you want, kick wherever you want, stab wherever you want, do whatever you want. But you can't, because if you do, you're going to get punished for it. So Soul Calibur 5,
garbage.
I thought it wasn't. It drove like what I thought was the final nail in the coffin. And then fast forward now to Video Game Awards last
to the stage of history.
So when Harada-san and Mokubo-san came onto the stage together, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Tekken's great, Tekken's wonderful," but we have Okubo-san's been working on this other thing for a while, and then he's like, "Does your soul still burn?" I had a Tim Gettys hype Gatorade moment.
Yeah. Yes.
I lost my mind. I screamed so loud. We were playing Overwatch with friends, and I had the thing up on the side, and they thought like, "Are you dead?" But I was just losing my mind. Seeing Mitsurugi and Sophidia on this gorgeous stage doing crazy stuff, which is amazing. And fast forward some more. Now we're to the online beta test for Soul Calibur 6. Did any of you get a chance to try it out?
No.
I've played Soul Calibur 6 now.
I did. I saw you on the
What do you do, Rampage Jackson? I fucked you up and I'll fuck you up again in the octagon.
How did that go, by the way?
It was awesome.
It was cool to watch.
They're the best.
Yeah.
Rampage, all those guys. Demetrius, they were all great.
Fucking awesome.
That was really fun to watch all play. They've added a lot. They kept the meter system, but now garden packs are free to do. You don't have to use meter anymore. They have a thing called Soul Charge, which is very funny because it sounds a lot like V-Trigger and Instinct from Killer Instinct. You basically pop your meter and you go into this like special mode where you get access to special tools and mechanics. Some people like will lose health over time but start like really dishing out damage or get access to new supers. The meter also has a super like now, so they had that in Soul Calibur 5, but they brought it back. So everyone has a 1 meter bar super. They're pretty flashy and pretty fucking cool, especially if you end with it. Like if you kill someone with it, it does this really flashy thing with each character. They have a new system that's getting a lot of awkwardness from the community. It's called Reversal Edge. Do y'all know anything about Reversal Edge? So Reversal Edge is basically a auto parry.
Yeah.
So you press the button and you go into a stance, and if you attack them and you just hold, if they're attacking you, you just hold the button down, you'll parry everything, and then you'll immediately counterattack. Immediately once you counterattack, both you and your opponent go stand side, like basically back up, and you enter a rock paper scissors mechanic. So basically vertical attacks beat horizontal, horizontal beat kicks beat vertical. And there are some other ones like guarding, moving sideways, moving forward, moving backward, do different things. It gains a lot of meter and it's really easy to do. And during the beta, a lot of people were falling for it. But the thing to know, it's not really that powerful. It's powerful in the like beginner level, and it's really good for beginners because honestly, with guard impacting's hard. Like guard impacting is really hard to do until you like learn the game.
I mean, I beat Rampage Jackson at
Exactly.
Esports Showdown. I'm a beginner. I don't know if I'm a beginner as much as
These are the greatest players in the world.
Exactly.
Exactly. So like guard impacting is hard to do, but for beginners, Reversal Edge is easy. It's 1 button parry. The thing is though, you start realizing Reversal Edge can be sidestepped. So like once you realize like if you bait out their Reversal Edge, you can just sidestep it and then just wail on them. So good for that low level casual play, but then gets beaten out once you start getting higher up. And guard impacts are better because you're at advantage when you guard impact. Like when you're doing Reversal Edge, it's rock, paper, scissors. This could go either way. But the really nice thing about Reversal Edge is it gives you meter. That's the really important thing. And it gives meter a lot, which they might want to tweak, actually. That might be the only thing they want to tweak down is the amount of meter.
Listening to all this, what I want to ask you, I enjoy the series quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not nearly as invested in the fighting game community as you are.
Yeah, it seems like you know a lot about fighting games, Mike.
But
do we stumble upon
but the nomenclature,
Just a smidge.
The nomenclature you're using is I understand.
Yeah,
what I want to ask is, Soul Calibur 2, we were just talking, and Soul Calibur 1, transcended the genre.
Yes.
What about Soul Blade?
And
so you want to talk about Soul Blade and Soul Edge? Like Soul, I mean we can, but
no, let's not.
Or
Do you
weapon lord, let's just work on Soul Calibur.
Okay, so what I want to ask about this for you, Mikey, is I've played a little bit of 6. You're heavily invested in it.
Yes.
obviously it's going to please the community. Is it going to be consistently fun for players outside of that community to the point that they're going to want to keep playing it long enough to get good at it?
I think if they were willing to give it a try, and because how easy the mechanics are, because it's literally vertical, horizontal, and kicks, and a guard button. The real key here is there's a guard. Like Soul Calibur's great because it's always had that guard button. And why I honestly say that the same way why Mortal Kombat is so good for casuals is because there's a guard button. You don't have to worry about like blocking, like back, down, back, all that jazz. You just guard high or low. I think if people give it a shot and are willing to don't forget and forgive, I should say, because we should hold them accountable, but like are willing to give this series another chance and are willing to be with the developers as they go on this journey with this because they are rebooting. They are starting back all over from Soul Calibur 1 basically with the story. If they're willing to give these people a chance, I think they could find a very good like casual / competitive fighting game out of this.
Fun.
Because this feels not the speed of Soul Calibur 2, because Melee talks about speed, Soul Calibur talks about speed, correct? Like that's like a thing. This doesn't feel as fast as Soul Calibur 2, but it is. But that could also be just nostalgia. But like this is the closest it's been to feeling like Soul Calibur 2 speed. Since
based on my limited time with it, I agree with you. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I like it a lot.
That weekend beta test, I was sad when it was over because that weekend beta test I was sad when it was over because I stopped getting to play, and I was just like, I just want one more. Just give me one more game, and there's any game that can give me that like just one more, just that one more match.
Well, you mentioned Mortal Kombat earlier.
Yeah.
MK9, MK10 brought Mortal Kombat kind of back into the mainstream. Yes. Do you recommend this to people who enjoyed MK9 and 10, or whatever the dumb DC one's called?
We don't talk to me about Injustice. We could go for days about the problems with Injustice.
You must have played it.
I did.
Story mode.
Great.
Fantastic.
Awesome story mode.
Gameplay.
How do you like projectile battles?
That's all that it is. I'm also not.
In the lower levels, it is.
I loved the story mode.
And that's the problem with a casual level Injustice. It becomes a projectile battle war. But I mean,
you need to play with the OK Beast guys.
No, they're too good. Like I'm literally like at that level that's like I'm not tournament level. I'm like right below it. Like it's like I'm okay in casual. I'm okay with my friends. And then the minute we get into tournament mode, I'm like, nah. I can keep. I understand what's happening, but my eyes can't do the frame data stuff in my head. Like I just can't do it. Yeah. So
when's Soul Calibur out?
It is out Friday. I believe this Friday. I believe.
So I want you to take this copy, and I want you to give us a 60-second review that we can put in the episode next week.
Nice.
Okay. I already gave him a copy, Greg.
Oh, did you really?
I did.
He's got two.
I did.
Well, then, all right, that was just for show.
We already opened it.
That was just for show.
And if we say that we said this Friday, and if they're listening Monday, that's last Friday, right?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. We're behind in time, right?
Yeah.
So it should already be out. And if it's out, please give this game a try. Not just for like, if you've had any interest in a 3D fighting game ever, this is probably one of the easiest ones to jump into right now currently.
Yeah.
And it just re-sparks that Kindle that Soul Calibur 1 and 2 did for me. For me personally. The only thing that I'll say that they did that was a faux pas is they announced the DLC character before the whole roster was announced, and then that DLC character was available in the beta. That was the only like major faux pas.
That's kind of weird. I don't know about that.
They announced
the beta is the one thing because it's like announcing it before the game comes out. If it's close, if the game comes out Friday, come on.
But still, I give the game a try, play it with friends. It's a lot of fun. All the classic characters that you love and miss are pretty much back.
As well as Geralt of Rivia.
And Geralt of Rivia. So we have
Who's on the cover.
Hell yeah.
Well, Link was on the cover too.
I get that.
Yeah.
This is weird to me.
Witcher's a huge deal, you know that.
I know Witcher's huge, but is Witcher like a seller? Like
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You put him on the cover of this, it's going to sell copies of this game?
Do you know how much
it's got a Netflix series coming out.
He's going to actually play with me because The Witcher's in it. Yeah. Like, I can't get him to play fighting games with me. So.
I look at that roster, I had no connection. I saw from Judges Week, I was like, oh, Geralt's in it? Yeah, fucking plays him.
They sold 6 jillion copies of Witcher 3.
So anyone who's played Soul Calibur 4, please come back to the stage of history. The soul still burns.
Yeah. Soul still burns, man. Soul still fucking burns.
Which always sounds like an STD.
If you're looking for more, check out Eminem's Hellbound, an amazing song that samples Soul Calibur 1. Final
waiting for
game I
Greg
want
to
to
say
talk
it's better
about
than the
here,
Beatles.
because we have a long list. Jared, we're going to have to hold some of yours for next
That's fine.
week. Wonder Song.
Wonder Song. That's such a cute little game.
What is it?
It's a Nintendo. It's like an indie game. I think it's done by the Humble Bundle people. I don't know who developed it though. I can't think off the top of my head. I'm awful at this. Thank you. Basically, it's a little indie game about a bard. He is trying to save his world from being completely destroyed. He needs to learn all the songs to do this. Basically, you think like some kind of gallant knight hero would need to go and save the day, but really it's just this little bard that all he does is sing.
Okay.
And you have this little wheel bar basically with your right analog stick. You can move around on the wheel bar and it does different pitches. And basically as you go through you get told, oh no, the world's ending, and then you go on the quest to like go to the next city and then go find the thing that's gonna the MacGuffin that's gonna like get you to the end where you save everybody. But basically you talk a lot to people, you get to know them. The dialogue is hilarious.
That's
like
cool.
the writing is pretty good. The music is solid.
Because that's the whole thing. There's no fighting, right?
There's no
just the
fighting,
singing.
just singing. And you do like rhythm based like games with the music on like singing at different pitches.
That's what when you talk about singing at different pitches and all that. When I first heard this, it reminded me of Faye, or
Yeah.
Fee, or however you pronounce it. But it sounds like you and I were talking before the show that it's somehow different. Can you articulate how?
I can't really because I didn't play a lot of Faye or
Okay.
Fee, so I don't know how to really like do apples to oranges on that.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not doing wrong.
I should have more games that are on my like to do list eventually.
There are too many games to play right now.
Publisher
You-
is Humble Bundle. Developer was just one person, according to Wikipedia.
Just one person?
Greg Lobanov.
But the art style looks like
Lobanov.
it's like paper cutout almost. Like it's really interesting.
Yeah,
like,
sounds
it's,
like
it's beautiful.
Jared
It's people have shown it to me before and talked about it before, and I got a code and downloaded it. I just haven't had time
I
to play it
really
yet.
think you should like at
Yeah.
least give like the first like couple like give it like an hour, and if like after an hour you're really not
it
sold
looks,
by the dialogue.
looking at it, it speaks to me and like, oh, that's something I want to play. But I
it
just
looks
haven't gotten to
like
it
it
yet.
looks like a Greg Miller game kind of.
Yeah.
Sounds lovely.
It is. I would definitely check it out. It's like I think is it $20 on the store, something like that. I don't know.
I can
But-
check that for you too.
Yeah. But yeah, it's super cool. Like I reckon based off so far
$20.
Yeah, $20. Based off what I played so far, I haven't finished it, so reserving
Maybe I'll
judgment.
lose the shit at the end.
Yeah, who knows? But like so far, I've been enjoying my time. It's been great to play on the plane, on the go. Like having it on the Switch has really just
It's
helped
perfect
me.
on the Switch.
Yeah, it's great.
As is all things.
As is all things. But yeah, quote. But yeah, no, it's a cute little game. I really think you should check it out. Like it's good.
I'm going to play that. That sounds great.
Yeah, I'm glad. I always support your indies.
Yeah.
Jared,
Yes, sir.
now it's time for mobile gamer bullshit.
It's mobile game or bullshit. It's mobile game or bullshit. Jared's gonna read some stuff and we'll think you either it's over me or not.
All right, today's mobile game or bullshit topic is: can I find the thing on my phone that I just had open?
You
That's
might be
topic.
the loser today, Jared.
I could be the loser today. I had this open, and then my phone buzzed, and now it's not there anymore. Where did it go? I can literally see it in the preview window. Please just open.
It's coming.
Totally
I see
choking
you
here. There it
scrolling.
is. All right, I
Boom.
got it. Mobile game or Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode. Now, are you a Buffy fan, my friend?
I am not, but last weekend, Gia looked at me and was like, Tim, do you want to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer from episode 1? And I was like, I don't know that I'm ready to commit to that, but that sounds awesome.
What
You and
should
Gia started
definitely do
Buffy in review.
Buffy review,
Oh
just
my
the two of
gosh.
us.
Watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer from season 1 could be fun. The first season's rough, though.
Is it?
Yeah, the second season starts a little rough and then becomes, around Halloween, it becomes awesome, and then it doesn't stop until the end of season 6.
Would you hate me, Jared, if I told you that the only Buffy the Vampire Slayer thing I've ever seen start to finish is the movie?
No, I wouldn't hate you for that at all. I think there's a lot of reasons you might never have seen Buffy. It's got a dumb name. I wasn't contemporaneous with that. I didn't start watching until like season 6, and then I had to go back and watch it all because I thought it sounded dumb. But I
Bringing
think I'd
him
love
up
it.
once again this episode. James Burke, big fan of Buffy. Even bigger fan of Angel.
Oh, well, no.
Angel.
Season 5 of Angel is maybe the best season of Buffy. It's amazing.
Really?
Season 5 of Angel.
What is sad story, Angel and Buffy? Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah.
You gonna watch
Oh
it?
no, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
God,
Don't tell him.
God,
Don't
I'll
tell him.
tell you
him.
what. I
Don't
was
tell him.
contemporary watching Buffy the Vampire
I
Slayer.
didn't know that, Greg.
No, I mean it was one of those things I had on while I did homework and stuff. And let me tell you, oh my god,
Buffy and
that
Angel
fucking
story.
Buffy and Angel.
You watch Angel?
Oh yeah.
So did you watch
Remember the
end
one
of
where he had the fucking ring
No.
that could let him go out, and he smashed it in? Remember the one where he had the fucking ring that could let him go out, and he smashed it in? Like, oh, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot.
That
of
made sense
stuff.
to some people.
Did you watch the end of Angel?
I don't know. I doubt it.
The last season's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so great. Did you watch it?
I was pretty into Buffy and Angel for a long time, but it's been a hot minute.
Well, we'll see if these are too easy for you. Then.
Well, no, I definitely. I don't know what your experience was. It's similar to how I didn't really realize like episodes of Smallville had titles till the DVDs, and so I never watched Buffy on DVD. So
every
Yeah.
episode of Degrassi, The Next Generation, and Degrassi, The Normal Show, was named after a hit pop song.
Yep.
similar to how Friends is always the one with, right?
One
Isn't
with,
it?
right? Yeah. Definitely. There's a lot of fun stuff with episode titles. Best episode titles of all are Star Trek episode titles. They're amazing. They're the best episode
Maybe that'll be
titles.
next week.
Actually, we've done that
Don't
already.
tell. Oh, you already done Star
Yeah,
Trek
we've
episodes?
done Star Trek. You were out that week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we might have the return of it though.
Tim,
All
you're
right.
my good luck charm. Whenever you're not here, it seems like I lose to the guest.
All right.
But whenever you're here, I beat the pants off you.
So, Mikey, the rules, just in case you're not familiar with it, going to read you 7
Ooh.
different.
7.
Yep, 7 today. Well, I'd like to do that when we have 3 people on to avoid ties. 7 different titles, either a mobile game or a Buffy episode title. I will also read you a short excerpt from the mobile game description. Some of these are made up.
Okay.
All right? Y'all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Number 1, starting with Greg Miller. I, Robot, You, Jane. Description, Tarzan Bot is real.
I, Robot, You, Jane is a Buffy episode.
Buffy episode?
Buffy episode.
Buffy episode?
Mobile game.
Mobile game.
Ooh.
Number 2, Tim Gettys. Dirty Girls.
Oh!
So many to date.
You're so good.
Oh, shit.
Dirty Girls. So many to date.
Mobile game.
Mobile game.
Mobile game.
Mobile game.
Mobile game.
Mobile game. Number 3, Greg Miller.
Yeah.
Reptile Boy. Leap to the next level before the storms overcome you.
Reptile Boy is a Buffy episode.
That's a Buffy episode.
What do you do, big guy?
You
I'm
gonna
gonna
diverge?
go Buffy episode just
Okay.
because you guys answered that and you guys know Buffy.
Do we?
So
are,
you-
I don't know if we
are
do.
you sure?
I don't know if that's
Are you
anyone
sure I'm
that-
not just like
Pitch
tricking
that
you?
away.
I feel like you guys know if Reptile Boy was a thing or not.
Are you sure I'm not just like completely?
Fucking Giles up to some reptile bullshit, I'm sure. You know what's up. Xander.
Oh, man. Giles was so cool.
Yeah, he was.
Number 4, Tim Gettys. Killed by death. Killed by death.
See, that
You can't get
sounds-
any more dead than this.
You're so good.
You're so good.
I like this game. I think it's fun.
I wanted to say it was a Buffy episode, but that sounds like a mobile game. We're going mobile game.
Mobile
no,
game.
no. We're going Buffy episode.
Buffy episode.
We're going Buffy episode.
Mobile game.
Mobile game.
Mobile game.
Mobile game. Look at this divergence going on here. Okay, so far, have you guys all picked the same, Greg and
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Greg and Mikey are on the
Greg and
same
Mikey are on
track
the
here every
same
time.
page here.
Uh-oh.
Tim's all like, just
Number
walking down
5.
the fucking
It's me.
alley.
Number 5, Greg Miller.
Yeah.
Band Candy.
Band Candy.
30 Days to Prom.
So it's banned like I'm.
B-A-N-D. Yeah,
Okay.
Band Candy.
Okay.
What instrument was that?
That was a trumpet, but with a lot of extra buttons.
Yeah, okay.
I love that they're buttons.
What do you call them?
Called buttons?
Valves.
They're valves.
Band Candy.
How do you know so much about band?
Huh?
I'm impressed that 1, Greg knows how many things a trumpet has. 2, that they're called valves.
That was Kevin who said valves. He said
No, I
buttons.
didn't. I did say valves.
You said it.
Oh, I
I said
thought you said
valves. Don't
buttons.
try to take this away from me, all
I
right?
said
Can everybody be quiet while I do it? Band Candy.
Yeah.
Mobile game.
Mobile game.
Really?
Yeah.
Buffy episode.
Mikey says Buffy episode.
Yo, that's a Buffy episode.
Wow, that was, what was that face?
It
okay, that
happened,
probably
dude.
just lost
It was
me
my
there.
American Pie face.
All right, number 6, Tim Gettys.
Yeah.
Doppelgangland. Doppelgangland.
If I know
Description.
one thing about my girl, SMG, she would not stand for that bullshit. So that's a mobile game.
Okay, you don't even want the description?
No.
Okay.
I do want the description.
I also would like the description.
Okay. It's Halloween in Chicago, and the gangster doppelgangers are on the prowl.
The gangster doppelgangers are on the prowl.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is this is either like that's a real one or the one you just made up, right?
Yeah, it could be either one.
Okay. Mobile game.
Mobile game.
I am going Buffy episode.
Buffy episode.
I said it before the description, but then your description, wait, no.
I know, but
Come on now. You think they're going to, hey, gang, and then they're going to start with Chicago, and then you're going to go to gangsters? Too late, Jared. Too late.
I don't know.
They want to do it. Too sensitive, 2018.
Last one,
Damn.
Greg Miller.
Yeah.
Double Meat Palace.
Jesus Christ.
what?
Double Meat Palace.
Okay.
Are Buffy
Build your
porn
fast food
parodies
em-
an option?
Build your fast food empire.
Double Meat Palace, I'm saying, is a mobile game.
Buffy episode.
Has to be a mobile game. That's not a Buffy episode.
Okay, so you're saying mobile game.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we
Even
go.
though it was the 90s, there's no way they call
Are you
that
sure?
Double Meat Palace?
All right, here we
Did you
go.
forget
Ladies
that?
and gentlemen, number one, iRobot Eugene. Tarzan bot is real. Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode. That's right.
Tim sucks. We're awesome.
All right, so that's 1 point for Greg, 1 point for Mikey.
0 for Tim. Just want to know that on the record.
Boom.
Number two, Dirty Girls. So many to date. Dirty Girls is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode
All
from
of
season
us.
7. You knew.
Oh.
You knew.
I was contemporaneous and have seen almost every episode.
Excellent.
We all got that wrong, so the score is Mikey 1,
that's-
Greg 1, Tim
That's
0.
a Nathan Fillion episode, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, he was on that episode.
God, I can't wait for the rookie.
Yeah.
Right.
It's already out.
God, I missed the
pulled it up on
rookie.
Hulu last night.
Unfortunately, oh, go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
I didn't watch. I watched Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, season 7 sucks. So there's
Because
that.
Grocery Store Joe from Bachelor's on it.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Number 3, Reptile Boy, leap to the next level before the storm overcomes you. Totally a Buffy episode.
Yeah.
Yay! Everybody gets a point.
Points
All
on
right.
the board.
2 for Mikey, 2
Okay, what's the
Greg,
total?
1 Tim.
Did you know Reptile Boy?
Yes.
No, I just know.
See,
That's
I
not
knew
right.
How does it feel to be on the board
You
now?
tried playing
How-
me off.
how
You
did you-
tried fucking me.
Me? What?
Me and Greg
job,
don't
good
know
job.
shit. You fucking do.
No, totally. I don't know. Am I not? What if I'm fucking with you right now, Tim?
Mobile gamer bullshit takes out the worst in people.
It does. It really does.
It's like Mario Party.
Mario Party.
Number 4, Killed by Death. You can't get more dead than this. Or you can't get any more dead than this. Killed by Death, Buffy episode.
Oh, no! Tim
Gettys.
gets it. The only one making the score. All 2s. Everybody has 2.
Dude.
Oh,
2
man.
to 2
go.
to 2. Everybody tied up with 3 to go. 2 points each. Number 5, Band Candy. 30 Days to Prom. Band Candy,
But it might be a
Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode.
Damn it.
That's right. Band Candy's the one where the enchanted band candy brought by the
You
evil
got that.
sorcerer Ethan Rain transforms all the adults
I was
into
looking
teenage
down.
versions of themselves.
So then right
The
now,
classic episode.
Mikey pulls ahead 3 to my 2 to Tim's. Oh, no, Tim.
Tim's
I'm
3.
sorry.
We're
I missed that
tied.
one because Tim changed it like
Yep.
a coward. It's
Like a
actually tied.
Genius.
Okay, so right now, Tim and Mikey are ahead of Greg, right?
Yeah, they
Yes.
both have 3. I have 2.
It feels good.
Number 4 or number 6, Doppelgangland, Halloween in Chicago did tip Greg off because that's a Buffy episode.
Yeah, it's
It is,
3.
'cause it was
Oh
a-
my God, ladies and
3-3.
gentlemen. It's 3-3-3 with one question to go.
Shit.
One.
Have we ever had a tie on Mobile Gamer Bullshit?
We haven't. I do have a tiebreaker.
I knew you would, but I just wanted to call out. I don't think it's ever happened before.
We got to the end once with a tie, and there was a tiebreaker, and it was a week you were gone.
Okay.
And then the tiebreaker somehow they tied.
It was the
and then
wikis.
yeah, it was.
And then
when
it was
they were
punch each other in the face till when he falls down.
and then somebody surrendered. Yeah. All right. Last one.
my
Double
gosh.
Meat Palace.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, Double Meat Palace, the seminal season 6 classic
Oh my
from
God!
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
The winner is.
The secret was they were all Buffy episodes.
Did I
That's
just?
right. They were all
Did-
Buffy episodes.
Congratulations, my
Did I
friend.
just win Mobile Gamer
Mikey, you
Bullshit?
did.
Holy
Hey, the-
That was my whole goal when he told me.
You did it.
I can't
That was
believe
my
it.
goal.
Yeah.
Like just to, if I could win it, because now I get to go undefeated.
Yeah.
Sure, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
That's how it works.
Like you and
Until
Nick
next time.
Scarpino.
Until next time.
Well, Mikey, thank you very much for joining us. Once again, how could people follow you?
They can follow me on Twitter at Keylog with an E at the end MVP, and at twitch.tv/Keylock.
What games could they find you streaming over there?
They can. I'm obviously going to be streaming Soul Calibur 6.
Well, now you got 2 copies of it, yeah.
3 because he already bought one.
I did. But yeah, Soul Calibur 6, you're going to find me playing. I think I was playing Overwatch. You'll see me playing Overwatch on sometimes. I play also some story-driven RPGs sometimes. I was thinking about streaming The World Ends With You.
Ooh.
But we're probably not for reasons that I'm sure you'll talk about later.
It's alright.
Oh, it didn't come out?
The Switch version.
Oh, really?
It's all right.
Alright.
It's all right. We'll talk.
I recommend you find the DS version. Play it there.
Does it suffer from one-screenitis?
Yeah, it does.
So it does, but the real problem is the television mode.
Oh yeah, which is it's unplayable.
It's unplayable. Handheld's fine. Handheld works.
It is fine. It does work. I played it a lot on the plane on the way to Japan, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a time and place thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not loving it as much.
But yeah,
as I did back in the day.
you can catch me playing JRPGs and other RPGs and other
one
like
day-
action games.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah, man.
January 29th.
Maybe not the day of launch. Spoiler. There's spoilers like people will just come in the chat and just spoil that
Shots of
game.
Falcon.
You care too much.
I care too
appreciate
much.
that.
If someone spoiled that game for me, I'd be so sad. But anyways,
You got some spoilers for him, Greg?
Sure.
Give me your Kingdom Hearts 3 spoilers right now.
Oh, if fucking Donald Duck has actually been a grub the whole time. He's just a little
Ladies
fucking
and gentlemen,
butt.
we will see you next week on Kind of
bug.
Funny Gamescast. Mikey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
for
You were great.
Everything.
Y'all
You
were awesome.
fantastic.
Y'all were
I have
awesome.
a very
Fun
offensive
episode.
text from Cool Greg to read in the post show. So if you want to see that, go to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames.
Jesus, I don't even know what that could mean. But
bragging
until then,
about it.
I love you.
Well, he cracked up when he saw me look at my phone and give him eyes. So post show, hey, what's up, post show? 8 minutes ago, Cool Greg texted me while we're doing mobile gamer bullshit. Do you want a man's marker, or are you okay with that small Sharpie, pussy?
Oh shit!
Sorry, Cool Greg.
What's a man's marker look like?
He was doing the same thing yesterday when I was signing fan mail. He came in with one of his graffiti tagger markers.
Cool, Greg. What the fuck does a man's marker look like? Show me.
Hey, Mel, are you done with that? The Sharpie.
No. I'm having everybody sign this because, of course, this month's fan mail on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames is
Notes.
the notes. So everybody sign that.
Including
No.
Gamescast notes?
I refuse
sorry.
to
If I took the notes, I do it.
soak in the waters of your toxic
I am-
masculinity.
It's okay.
Me?
It's cool, Greg.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because when you think of toxic, one of my favorite things about my brother, and I really mean
I'm
this,
sorry.
is that he is so like himself that like he doesn't realize how problematic a lot of things that he says can be.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, but there's an innocence to that, you know?
You mean, so what, the pussy remark?
Yeah.
It's I mean, I'll be honest, like we talk about it all the time, right? In terms of, that's a marker, according to Cool Greg. Those
Got
are
it.
markers
Okay,
right
okay.
there.
Well, because these,
Oh, sure. Yeah, you got
Oh
paint
yeah,
pen
We got
going?
that sound.
Yeah.
No, it's something, honestly, I think you and I have had the conversation in I would say the past 6 months, right? Of like, we shouldn't say pussy anymore. And we
Yeah.
shouldn't say, man, that sucks dick.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
you said that, and I was like, really? And then it's like, well, yeah, I think about it. And I've had conversations with female friends, and they're like, oh, no, it doesn't, you know, but it's also that thing of like, I get that it doesn't bother you, but it does bother some people. And I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, like I don't, it's exactly what I talk about all the time with my college stories, right? Of when I'd be like, that's so gay.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it was homosexual. I meant it was stupid. So why am I saying this other thing? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And don't you or somebody else was telling a story of like, when somebody calls something a pussy, like, wow, pussies are strong, give life, and do all this different stuff. And you're like, oh,
Wasn't
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I didn't
Somebody,
say
it's
that.
like, but it's that interesting, what?
Can I jump in real quick?
Sure.
No, of course.
I want to make it clear just so everyone's on the same
Is
page.
his mic
And
live?
I do think
Yeah.
Tim and Kevin will back this up. That's not a word I use. I'm only using it because I feel really comfortable with you in a
Oh, sure.
text. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
That
it'd
is
be
true.
funny.
There are
Yeah.
Oh,
words,
no.
there are
No, no,
words
no,
that
no,
Cool
no,
Greg
no,
no.
would never use. And
No, no,
pussy
no.
is one because it makes him uncomfortable.
100%.
does.
1,000%. As I read that, us and the person watching on Patreon who's a big enough fan totally gets that. That's totally like me walking like fucking pussy. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't call you that, especially about, I'm sure Cool Greg about a marker. Like clearly, that's the context of the joke.
Although to
Right.
be fair,
That is cooler,
Yeah.
dude. I'm telling you, we got to buy a lot of those pink and blues I was using.
no,
in,
we can't. We can't do that.
Why?
Not with him here.
Oh yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah.
But no, like I
being Cool Greg.
I only felt comfortable reading it because I know we're all in on it. But then it is that conversation of like, it is a thing of like, oh yeah, we should, in the same way, don't say gay like that, don't say retarded, don't say, you know what I mean? Like,
I've had to clean up my language.
Right? Yeah.
I've had to clean up my language a lot since I started trying to stream.
And it's
like,
not,
it's really hard.
And
but
it's
like,
not being PC, and it's not being this. It's the fact that, yes, that offends
That's
people.
all it is.
Empathize with people that are offended by that.
That's something that comes to my mind immediately. I mean, this week, the President of the United States called somebody he didn't like horseface on Twitter. And that's a situation
and if Cool Greg texted me horseface, everyone would know he's joking. But the president in a press conference being an asshole is not joking.
Well, in this case, in a tweet. But I think the part that people miss about that, especially, is that when you're, yes, she made fun of his penis. And I've had people say to me, well, that's just fair. She insulted him, so he insulted her. The difference is she's an ordinary citizen, and he's the most powerful man in the world. When she says something, it has a little effect. When he says something,
the world hears.
The echoes will resound through history. The economic, social, and life-changing impact of that is tremendous. And I think that for all of us, treating each other with dignity and respect and thinking about other people as much as we think about ourselves is important. And I think it gets even more important the more reach we have. It's already important 100%. When it's with our neighbor, but in this place, it's not hypocrisy for us to treat people with human dignity. It's not 100%. Correctness, it's kindness, it's humanity.
Man, it's like you're trying to make a better world or something over here. I don't know.
Sorry, I got a little preachy.
No, I mean, that's the point about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, there was a subreddit thread yesterday that came from a very not the right place. It came from the right place of trying to give a compliment, but it didn't use the right terminology. And I popped in and said this much, and the person deleted the comment. And then I popped back in, because of course I'm me, so I made the comment, got in the shower, thought about a million things I should have said instead, came back, edited, put the edit : hey, I understand what you're trying to do here. This isn't me being mad at you. This is me being mad at the blah, 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 blah. And somebody popped up, right, of course, well, at least they have you, their white knight. And it's like, I didn't bite on it, and I didn't respond, and I don't need to, because no, this isn't me. First off, that's a stupid fucking turn of phrase. If you want to call me a white knight, an SJW, a soy boy, whatever the fuck you want to call me to try to shut me up, feel free. It's not going to work. But it's also the thing of, no, this isn't me seeing a random thing happen I have no connection to engaging. This is you being in my community claiming to be or not even you. This is someone in my community being a best friend that I need to have a conversation with that I don't think is representing who we are and what our values are.
Absolutely.
And so I want to have a respectful conversation about it. And so similar to what you're saying about the power the president wields, I would like an apology from Cool Greg, because he knows he's the most powerful man at Kind of Funny.
He is.
And he's crossed the line.
Dude, Cool Greg's too cool. Yeah, that is how cool Greg is.
He looks at me goes,
See, that's just how cool.
Yeah. That was a great show. Good job, Mikey.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to take this? You can just take it. You don't have to give it away.
I would really like to have
go
that.
ahead,
Because this is my only time that I'm probably going to be like, I won mobile gamer bullshit.
Yeah, no, and yeah, you have your trophy.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, Panzer GS, Soy Boy is a thing that I relate to very, very hard. Because I feel like I think that I was specifically targeted with that. Because like, oh, it's like people in thumbnails who like have their mouth open and look surprised.
And have a beard.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
look
me.
Like hipsters.
You fucking assholes.
My favorite one is that one day somebody on Twitter was trying to get me and put me on a thread about that, and I saw it late, so there was a bunch of responses, and I clicked on to get to the main thing, and it was the Soy Boy image that is a collection of people doing it, and like Jack Patillo's on there, and a whole bunch of fucking people we know, and my response to all this hate was just like, it's my goal to get on that fucking image, and they're like, you know it's a bad thing, right? We don't like, and I'm like, I don't care. Put me on the fucking image.
Put me there, man.
Any publicity is good publicity. What do I need to say? These people, what are you talking about?
Is any publicity good publicity?
Mr. Yasman does ask the important question: is Tim verified on PSN?
Are you?
The answer's fucking no. Why am I not verified on Instagram?
100%.
Show me what you did.
What would happen if Nick got verified before you?
I mean, it would be his final day at Kind of Funny because I'm gonna bury him. All right.
That would be the thing. I'm just like, all right, there's a problem. Someone in Instagram hates you.
Is my ex-wife working at Instagram? Like, why is this happening?
You're doing it for the content at that point.
Right.
Oh, I love that. NBO8DE says, ask Cool Greg about his tagging mobile game idea. Do you have an idea?
Get on the mic if you do. Don't give me that face.
Here, take my spot, Cool Greg.
My G's, it wasn't an idea. I was just saying, I think, I was telling him earlier, I think it'd be dope if we took the whole Ghostbusters, Pokemon Go idea, you know how they do, like, you walk up to a building and catch it. But it's just like, I came here and I painted some shit, and then the next guy has to come here and go over it.
That's a great idea.
Just stand there for actually a couple minutes to get it done
I love
without getting caught. You know?
Oh my god, like Jet Grind Radio Social. That's amazing.
But better with good gameplay.
You know?
We talked about this recently.
Yeah.
You know what? This is gonna be one of those Tim Gettys things that I fucking die on, and I might get a lot of shit. I'm gonna get a lot of shit. Fuck it. Jet Set Radio, Jet Grind Radio, not good games. Great soundtracks, great aesthetic, not good games.
Hard to go back to. The Vita version's better.
Well, have y'all seen that like VR, that one try to be like Jet Set Radio game or whatever that's coming out?
Yeah, we talked about it on Games Daily.
Yeah, I feel like, but I think Cool Greg's idea is awesome.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would
good.
really like to play
How is that not a thing? That's what I don't understand. How is that not a thing?
Because surprisingly, Mark Echo's Getting Up, not that big of a hit.
No.
But mobile games, with all due respect,
It
aren't
is a
as hard.
I agree. It is a classic.
Someone with 99.
Well, AR is hard, and
Is it? Okay.
AR is hard, and more importantly, anything server based, like
But
client
here,
server
all right,
based.
so
is
stick with
hard.
me here. Oh, well, I guess, yeah, that's still AR in a way, right?
Yeah.
What would be cool is, what if it was just take the photo feature of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and how it just pops in where it is and shows. And all it is that I go somewhere with my phone, I take the photo, I sit on the park bench, I do what I would do on the wall, blah, 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 and then I save it, upload it to, but that's still geolocation. That's still
That's going to be. You're going to need a massive back end to make that work. It could be done though.
Where you at, Google? We got ideas.
Is it okay to answer like?
Go answer your questions, but name the names.
Mad Dog Nick 96. Does Mikey have thoughts on Fighting EX Layer or Samurai Showdown? Fighting EX Layer is cool. Really hard to combo in that game for me. I don't know why. So the new Samurai Showdown looks like Street Fighter 4. But super freaking crazy good. Did you see the trailer at the Japanese at the Tokyo Game Show? Dude, they revamped that. I am so okay with them doing Samurai Showdown, saying King of Fighters. I like King of Fighters, but man, Samurai Showdown. Yes, give me that gore. Give me this looks like they had a video, like the trailer has her like shanking someone and just blood splatters all over.
I've been trying to like KOF since the 1990s and still haven't managed, but Sammy Show's great.
Oh, Sammy Show is wonderful. I can't wait to see more. I want to see gameplay. I want to see the mechanics. I want to see what they change. Honestly, I want to see what they change, because if it's literally just the same as the Sammy Show, it's gonna die. It needs to be new. It needs to be different. It needs to like liven it up. But I think like it could be really cool, and it looks really pretty.
It does. I agree.
Anyways,
What's the last thing you got from me here, Greg Miller?
Oh, nothing. I checked in on Twitter and then.
You had your phone out. You gave me that look of like.
You kind of witted over there for a second.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it was let's talk about fighting games. That's when Greg's like autopilot.
I know.
I have nothing to contribute. I wish I could help you.
You were at the event.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're gonna end on this. Kebab says Polka Dot Man first appeared in Detective Comics number 300 in 1962. His last appearance was in 2009, where the human flame crushed his skull with a manhole.
Oh my god!
That must have been blinked out or something in Rebirth. You know, fucking, you got Dr. Manhattan remaking the entire DC universe. Polka Dot Man's out there. Don't you worry about it.
I don't know about that, but if you want to see him, Lego DC Supervillains.
Yeah, that's right.
Greg Miller
available now. They didn't sponsor this episode.
I love it.
Ghostbusters
so much.
World. They didn't sponsor this either. But fucking play Ghostbusters World. That's the thing too that I have not a problem with. But correct me if I'm wrong. In Pokemon Go now, there's trading and friends and all that jazz, right?
Yeah, you
that
can
isn't
trade.
in Ghostbusters World.
Oh, you can't trade ghosts?
No. So I feel like that's something because I want my Tobin Spirit Guide fully fleshed out. I want everybody in there.
Yeah.
So hey, that was my thing.
How many are there? 150?
I think so. Yeah.
Is Cthulhu?
Until next time. I love you.
I wouldn't put it past it, man. The ghosts of Christmas presents in it, so you figure future and past are in there.
Hey. Thank you for watching that episode. It was a good one, wasn't it? Click here to subscribe to Kind of Funny Games. Click there to subscribe to Kind of Funny. Click here to support us on Patreon, and click over there. What, Kev?
The way you went here.
Yeah, it was like, let's wait.
So don't say what.
Bye.
You know what.